Mendez bobblehead night. Look at this. A thing of beauty. First 1,000 fans today got to take this one-of-one Davey Mendez bobblehead home. Reese, pitcher's duel tonight will go quick. Chatham-Kent, it's Ben Abram on the bump for the Fish tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. Wouldn't surprise me if it was low scoring one bit. Each guy has an ERA under 4. They've both pitched a ton. They're both starters. It should be a good night, and it should be a pitcher's duel, like you said.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to quickly head down to the field level for first pitch and the national anthems as we get set for first pitch here at Welland Stadium.
True patriot love that all of us commend. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Once again, Tessa Nicoletti. FedEx, please direct your attention to the mound for tonight's ceremonial first pitch. Please welcome longtime season ticket holder, Mr. Fred Rogers. Fans, once again, longtime season ticket holder, great friend of Southside CJ, Fred Rogers. All right, down to the field we go. Time for the play ball kids. Harry, who you got tonight?
All right, Fanatics, got Eve and Ella here to get this party started. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Play ball! Showtime, here we go!
And welcome back. Back inside Welland Stadium, everybody. Can't hear me either? No.
Leading off the first inning for the visiting
All right.
Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. Second baseman, number 44, Evan
Welcome
Morrison.
inside Welland Stadium. We're going to try to make this work as we're dealing with some technical difficulties up top. All of a sudden, we thought we had it fixed, but I guess not. Chatham-Kent, Welland, as Ben Abram gets set here to deliver the first pitch. Great crowd on hand for Davey Mendez bobblehead night here at the Pond. And Evan Morrison will step in and lead things off for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. First pitch, bounce to first base. It'll be grabbed there by Barrett. One pitch, one out for Abram to start.
Yeah, it's a really good start. That's one way to keep the pitch count down. That's for sure.
Batting
You almost
second,
earn
center
yourself
fielder, number 19,
potentially
Spencer
a free
Marcus.
strike here with Marcus stepping to the plate. You know, your leadoff hitter sees one pitch, you tend to want to take the next one. So we'll see if Abram goes right into the heart of the strike zone to steal strike one.
So that'll bring in Spencer Marcus here. One away as Abram kicks into his delivery and delivers a strike. Marcus doesn't like the call on the second pitch of the ball game. Let's take a look at the defensive lineup for the Welland Jackfish here tonight. It'll be P.O. Boucher, Gio Morello, and Brendan Hupe in the outfield. Ethan Hunt back in the lineup at third base. Luther and Weisner up the middle. It'll be Grayson Barrett at first base. Abram and Robbie Mullen, the battery. Mateo Porcelato will DH offensively for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers tonight. Take a look at it on your screen. Evan Morrison leads things off. He'll be followed by Spencer Marcus, Mitsuki Fukuda, Braxton Haggis, Strong, Sadler Goodwin, and Yushin Ota. Robert Mackey will play third base and bat eighth. Owen Constantinu will play right field and bat ninth for Chatham. Abrams 0-2, swing and a miss. Oh, he got a piece of it just to stay alive, and it'll remain 0-2.
Yeah, Mullen just unable to squeeze strike three there. And that's not even a skill for catchers, that's luck.
That one fouled off once again. It'll remain 0-2.
Ben Abram loves to throw strikes, and we have seen every single pitch inside the strike zone, or at least fouled off. This is a nice start to the night for Mr. Abram.
Pitch is outside, 1-2.
I like that spot, nothing in two. Again, you're all around the strike zone, so you have to see how far the hitter will go outside. Saw Marcus there lay off and gets to see another pitch here.
Here comes the 1-2. Sounded like a broken bat, rolled over the third base. Here's Hunt on to first in time, 2 down.
Batting third, catcher number 45, Mitsuki Fukuda.
So that'll bring in Mitsuki Fukuda now.
That's a nice job by Abram on Marcus there to get the ground ball. He got Marcus out in front and just rolled it over to third base. Nice to see Mr. Hunt get into the ball game early, returning to the lineup.
Here comes Abrams offering. It'll be fouled off down the first base side and up and out of play, 0-1.
Please, everybody clap your hands.
Might give you an idea what the Barnstormers are trying to do against Ben Abram. Try to attack him early. It's what we saw yesterday Kitchener do against Dominguez. Chatham-Kent looking to do the same thing here against Abram.
Here comes Abrams offering outside as Fukuda will lay off, 1-1. Abram working quickly with 2 outs. Here comes the 1-1. Bounces in on Mullen, nice pick. 2-1.
That breaking ball looks like it's got a really sharp spin.
Braxton
early
Haggith
on.
lingering on deck. Here comes the 2-1 on the way. It is outside for ball 3, now 3-1. There we go.
I can
Hear me,
that.
Reese? Brent worked his magic, I guess. Now that we can hear each other, this will go a little smoother. 3-1 on the way from Big Ben. Off the end of the bat. Going to be a tough play. Here's Luther rushing in. Throw to first in time. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Big Ben Abram.
Right, Fanatics,
as he goes scoreless in the top half of the first inning. To the bottom half of the first we go on Davey Mendez night here at the pond. Chatham-Kent scoreless. Jackfish coming up here in Welland.
All right, Fanatics, I'm over here in section 103 with Ellie, who joins us from Virgil. It's her very first time here at the pond, and like it or not, she wants to become one of you. The only way to do so is, what is that, Fanatics?
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com. Because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Your time is now. You're ready for your next big step. Niagara College is a proven leader among Ontario colleges. Our students are prepared to succeed and drive innovation locally and around the world. Our supportive student culture and state-of-the-art learning facilities help you achieve your dream. Choose academic excellence. Choose experiential learning. Choose career success. Choose Niagara College today. Visit niagaracollege.ca/apply.
Leading off the first inning.
Welcome back.
Welland
Welland Stadium. Alec Murray, Reese Dumani with you here tonight.
Jonah Weisner.
One of 4 games on tap tonight, Reese, around the IBL. Jonah Weisner will lead things off for the Jackfish. A couple of lineup changes offensively for the Welland Jackfish tonight. As we take a look at the offensive lineup for Welland. As it'll pop up, there we go. Jonah Weisner will lead things off. Gio Morello in the 2-hole. Nothing changes there. But then you get Brandon Luther batting out of the 3-hole tonight and playing short. Robert Mullen will clean up, followed by Mateo Porcelano, who's in the designated hitter spot. Weisner slashes one to left field, but it's going to be right at Braxton Haggith. He'll haul it in. It'll be Grayson Barrett over at first base tonight. P.O. Boucher will play left field. He bumps down in the order. Brendan Hupe and Ethan Hunt will round out the 9 for Welland tonight. So here's Gio Morello.
Let me see it go up and down. Rotate that thing. I want to touch that thing.
He does not have 100 RBIs.
He does not. He is 79 short.
There we go. I mean, it's been a technical
Put him in the Hall
nightmare
of Fame if he's got 100 RBIs.
so far here today, but we're going to try and battle through it as the pitch is high from Yuri Yokoyama. Let's take a look at the defensive lineup for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers tonight. As here comes Yokoyama's pitch. Called strike. Now we can take a look at it here. There we go. It'll be Braxton Haggith in left field. Spencer Marcus in center, and Owen Constantino will occupy right. And on the infield, it'll be Goodwin and Morrison up the middle. Robert Mackey will start at third. Seth Strong over at first, the Panda. Yokoyama and Fukuda, the battery mate. As that one's fouled off the catcher. Gio in a 1-2 count.
Yeah, he's looking to just keep it rolling into the All-Star game tomorrow. We mentioned it yesterday, one of 11 Jackfish players that will be a part of the All-Star game festivities. I was thinking about it last night. It's tough to really call it an All-Star break. There really isn't a break.
No such thing as an All-Star break.
But just looking to stay hot going into All-Star Day. Gio Morello, he's been on a really nice stretch over the last couple of weeks.
2-2 the count. high. It's a full count now to Gio. Yokoyama's going to take a little extra time around the mound and reset. Excellent numbers for Yokoyama this season in Chatham-Kent, Reese. And we mentioned it quickly off the top of the broadcast. This should be a great pitcher's duel tonight.
Yeah, you've got one guy with an ERA at 3.37. That's Yokoyama.
That one up the middle, right to the mitt of Sadler. Good one, the shortstop, 2 down.
And then on the other side with Ben Abram, 3.39 is that ERA.
Batting
So
third,
I said
the
sub 4. You
shortstop,
could say
number
sub
20,
3.5, and there you go. The comparison's
Luther.
4-1, 5-2. The win-loss record for each guy. 10 more innings from Ben Abram, but you see that one extra start. That probably is where you're going to find that difference. So
big one there, Reese, is the walks per 9. You're looking at just over 5 for Yokoyama. Abram barely puts anybody on via the free pass. Pitch is high from Yokoyama, 1-0.
yeah, Ben Abram has only walked 7 this season. He struck out 43. You look at Yokoyama, a little bit of a different story. He's walked 23 and only struck out 21.
Called strike to Luther, 1-1.
That was as slow as an eephus pitch there. That breaking ball coming in very, very slow to the left-hander, Luther.
Here comes the 1-1. Luther fouls it off. Another one. He went right back to it. 1-2.
Let's see if he speeds them up here or if they decide to go to it again. If they go to that breaking ball again, wouldn't surprise me if it finds the dirt, but could also easily go hard here.
Looks like they're going to set up outside. Here comes the 1-2. Goes fastball, and it's in on the hands of Luther. Missed his spot, but it's going to work regardless. As Robert Mackey there to make the catch, inning over. So both pitchers go 1, 2, 3 in the first inning. To the second we go, scoreless. CK and Welland.
It's the CA Niagara stack and dash. Contestants are now entering the playing field. Director of Funds ready. Ryan, once again, take it away.
All right, fanatics, welcome to Saturday Night at the Pond. It's CAA Niagara stack and dash time. We got Jacqueline and Carol versus Craig and Chris. Here's how this works. When I say go, you're going to take off, grab a donut, bring it back, stack it on your partner. Once all 4 are stacked, you're going to bring your booty back to me. First team to cross the lines wins $25 of BDs, courtesy of CAA Niagara. Now, fanatics, this is our first one of the night. I need to ask you a question. Are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! They're off, here we go. Keep the noise up, I need a little heat out here. It is Fiesta night. I love you guys. All right, first donut down, here we go. Get it on them. Drop that donut, sir. You know the rules. All right, second donut. Don't milk it, sir. Don't milk it. You don't know what happens at Jackfish Land when I milk it. All right, 3 donuts. I hope he loses, to be honest with you. All right, 3 donuts on to the last one. It's all with a dash at the end of the day. You know what? You're out of here. Now you gotta run, don't you? All right, here comes the dash. Make some noise. They're coming down real slow. Move it, move it, move it, move it. Yeah, come on. Congratulations, Craig and Chris. You're going to $20 of BDs. Oh, down she goes. Make some noise for our contestants. We will be back.
Fans, a reminder, 50/50 is brought to you by Crime Stoppers of Niagara. 50/50 tickets on sale now. The draw will take place at the end of the 7th inning. Leading off the second inning for Chatham, left fielder number 23, Braxton Haggett.
All right, a donut delay. Reese in
That's
the
a new
top
one.
half of the second inning.
Wish there were donuts we could eat. That'd be nice.
All right, now I'm hungry.
Get a nice
Here we go.
vanilla dip. I'd be in.
I'll take a Boston cream and we'll be good to go.
From Zares though, the
Okay.
real size donuts,
Yep.
not from the other place.
First pitch is a swing and a miss for strike one.
I'd have to go long, John. That's probably my go-to. Get the whipped cream in the middle.
Fresh,
Yeah,
fresh.
Yeah. Show up at Zares at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
One and one. Tons of all-stars combined in this game tonight between Chatham-Kent and Welland.
I'll be teammates tomorrow.
That one is slash foul down the first base line, and it's 1-2.
Ben Abram continuing to work ahead of these Barnstormer hitters. Did a nice job of it at inning number 1, and he's ahead of Haggith here to start the second.
Here comes Abrams, 1-2, and that one is sent to deep right field. Drifting back is Brandon Hupe, and it's gone. A solo home run for Braxton Haggith, and Chatham-Kent strikes first on the road here in the top of the second. 1-0 Barnstormers in Big Ben fashion.
You know, it's funny. We talked to him about that after his last start. You know, saying it seems like you'll give up a solo shot, and again, it's a solo shot, not like we're seeing 3 or 4 up on the board, and we're like, and then you just hum. You just seem to cruise along, and he goes, "Yeah, I'm usually good for about 1 a game." That was the best. That's a line of the year.
It never fails.
But no, I mean, he knows.
That's a rocket off the bat of Seth Strong. That's in a right field base hit. So back-to-back hard hit baseballs here in the second inning off of Ben Abram.
You know, in that situation, you're ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. You're trying to put him away. You just have to execute the pitch a little bit better. You know, there just got too much of the plate. You still had 1 or 2 pitches to work with, but just too hittable. And Haggith made him pay.
So here's Sadler, Goodwin. There are the numbers for Goodwin on the season. Abram now working with a man aboard. First pitch is a called strike one. After going 1, 2, 3, the first 2 have reached here in the second off Abram. In on the hands of Goodwin. Chops it foul.
And he'll just have to reset here. Again, 0-2. Now you just got to execute a pitch.
Out of town scoreboard, Kitchener and Barrie, an early start at Athletic Culture Stadium. 4-3 Kitchener in the top of the 7th. That's been an interesting game in Barrie. Comes the 0-2.
That's an understatement. It's been an interesting game.
We were kind of tuned in at the beginning before our game here tonight, Reese. And yeah, there's a little bit of fireworks going on down in Barrie this afternoon. Hamilton's in Toronto. That game, first pitch scheduled for 7:30 down at Christie Pitts, as that one is going to be chopped to third base. Hunt to second for 1. Wisner return throw, not even close. As Goodwin, great speed down the line. They do get the lead runner strong for the first out of the second inning. And it's Brantford in Guelph, and all of a sudden that's a big game for the Guelph Royals, who are in 8th spot right now, as Kitchener has helped them in the standings as of last night.
Yeah, when you combine 3 straight wins from the Panthers with them leading now, it could be win number 4 in a row, combined with a 5-game losing streak for the Guelph Royals, and they're 2-8 in their last 10. Yeah, Guelph needs a win, but against Brantford, they've kind of been their Achilles heel. The Red Sox have had the Royals number this season.
Mullen wants it checked down. I'm not sure anybody had an idea. 1-0.
You know, it's interesting times here in the IBL. You know, Kitchener's tied with Toronto in wins. If they, for the time being, of course, they would surpass Toronto in wins.
Ota claims to get hit by the pitch, and yeah, it got him in the inside foot. So he'll be awarded first base. Chatham-Kent getting to Ben Abram a little bit here in the second inning.
Third baseman number 7.
That's a great
Robert
spot for that
Mackey.
pitch. You try to go back foot with the breaking ball just a little bit too far in, and it catches him on the inside. You saw the ball change direction, so yeah, it's a free pass, and Abram in a bit of trouble here.
Barnstormers trying to get off the schneid here. They've been on a little bit of a downward trajectory as of late in the standings. They're sitting in 5th.
Yeah, they've lost 4 in a row coming in.
They also lost to Kitchener.
They did. Yeah, that was a weird game. It seemed like Chatham was just going to be fully in control. First pitch of the game left the yard.
Yep.
In Kitchener, and then they went up 5-0, but Panthers came back and won that ball game on a walk-off single from Karosis.
0-2 now to Robert Mackey, the third baseman tonight for Chatham-Kent.
Barnstormers now even with Hamilton in the standings at 15 and 13.
Well, Hamilton before last night had won 5 straight. Got walked off by the majors last night. Good to hear Dylan Baker back on the call for London.
Yes, yes it is.
I think they had a post last night. A walk-off and Dylan Baker making the call, and yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Nice combo.
Absolutely. Strike 3 called. Delayed call by the home plate umpire. Mackey having some words with the strike zone early on, but Abram gets his first punch out of the night. 2 down.
Fielder, number 27, Owen
I thought that was going to be ruled a ball, and then all of a sudden he got rung up.
Yeah, that's one of those pitches where just the home plate umpire takes that extra little second to replay it in his head. If it caught part of the plate or not. He says it did, and it's strike 3, and you saw Mackey, whether he was passing along some information about Abram, about the strike zone, but a little bit of a conversation with Constantino as he steps to the plate.
Ball 1 inside to Constantino.
Abram just looking to minimize the damage here. Has already won across. He'd love to strand the 2 on right now.
Constantino on the ground is short. Luther's going to take the short way to second base. And Ben Abram gets out of it. Not before he gives up a home run, a solo shot to lead off the inning. Braxton Agath leaves the yard, and Chatham-Kent on top here in the second inning. We head to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Barnstormers here in Welland.
This is so bad. What if somebody sees this?
We have to get rid of this.
Oh!
Oh, I've got some ideas. At Penn Financial, our advisors can help you clean up the mess and make sense of your finances. Whatever your financial secret is, there's no judgment on our end. Don't live in financial stress. Come to Penn Financial. We'll help you clean up the mess.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Fans, it's the Coldplay Kiss Cam. There we go. Once again, the Coldplay Kiss Cam. Play along, fanatics. Pucker up. Leading off the second inning for your Jackfish, the catcher, number 23, Robert Mullen.
Oh, what a.
That was a nice early laugh.
What? I don't want to say those two poor people, but they're never going to live that down.
No.
Of course it happens at the pond then.
Absolutely.
A little second inning cold play kiss cam, and now Mullen doesn't like that call on the outside part of the plate. 1-1.
Making its way around sports.
Oh my, the Phillies did it the other night.
Yep.
Chop foul down the third base line, 1-2.
Sure, once hockey and basketball season rolls around, that'll be a staple.
Could you imagine being those two?
Oh.
Your life is just a spectacle now.
Yeah, the CEO and HR, that's tough.
Dynamic duo right there. 2-2 as it was high. I heard there was some mumbling about that we were going to do it, but I didn't know if it was actually going to get, they were going to pull it off. Took a minute for everybody in the stadium to kind of realize, but I had the graphic and everything up on the scoreboard. It was great.
Rod Mahood started to do the play-by-play on it, too. We saw Director of Fun, Ryan Harrison, and CJ kind of duck out of the way there. That was a nice end.
I hope Ryan's wife wasn't watching. High for ball 4, and Robert Mullins walked to lead off the inning here in the second. And that'll bring in the DH tonight. Mateo Porcelano with a runner aboard and nobody away. There are the numbers for Porch on the season. Still a batting average well over 400. How impressive is that halfway through the season, Reese? I don't think we've seen that a ton.
No, it's very uncommon, especially nowadays. Guys either go for power or they find a way to strike out. So it's very impressive.
Porch has a little bit of everything. Got the power to knock it out. Ton of speed, great defense, contact. 1-0 to Porch is way outside, 2-0.
Yeah, you mentioned the speed, sitting at 16 stolen bases coming into play, this being game number 24 for Porch.
Leads the league by a long shot in that category, Reese.
Sure, he'll be showing that off tomorrow.
2-0 on the way. Porch rips one to right field. That's going to get down, base hit. Mullen getting around second. He's going to head to third base. It's bobbled out in right field by Cosentino. And Robbie's into third. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the second inning of the Jackfish are in business for Grayson Barrett. I think Robbie took my comment personal a couple of games ago.
For Grayson Barrett.
Speed kills. I think he was headed to third whether there was a bobble or not, and it's sort of similar to what we saw yesterday in the game against Kitchener. The base hit to left field. The stop sign was originally thrown up. However, the bobble allowed Mullen to come home here. I don't think there was any question. He was going first to third all day on that single from Porch.
Well, here is Grayson Barrett with 2 on and nobody away in a big spot here early on in this ball game. He goes after the first pitch. That ball is going to get through. Base hit into right field. Robbie's going to score. Porch is flying into third. Runners remain at the corners. RBI single for Grayson Barrett, and we're tied at 1. Wasting no time at all. And now here's P.O. Boucher.
Left fielder number 15.
Yeah, what a heck of an answer from the Jackfish. You give up the lead with a solo shot back in the top half. You get it right back for your pitcher, Ben Abram, and you're still in business. Jackfish are hunting a crooked number right now. Already 1 in, and still nobody out. You got first and third. Well, it seems like they're really starting to time up that hook right now. Didn't take them long.
Offering to Boucher, he gets under it. That's it in no-man territory. That ball is sinking quickly in as Spencer Marcus, the center fielder, to make the catch. Porch would have scored. But he remains at third with, of course, nobody away. Now one down, though. And that'll bring in Brandon Hupe.
Yeah, the amount of outs probably has a lot to do with that. Keeping Porch at third base. If there's one out, they maybe try to send him and get the lead. But you know, we've got a hot bat right now in Brandon Hupe, who didn't start yesterday, but came in as a pinch hitter. We'll start in this ball game and look to continue the production out of the 8-hole.
Barrie and Kitchener are now tied. That game in the bottom half of the 8th inning at Athletic Culture Stadium in Barrie. Here's Hupe. Runners remaining at the corners. Hupe on the first pitch. Into left field, base hit. That ball's going to get all the way to the wall. Porch is going to score. Barrett is flying around third. Here he comes. He's going to score. It's a 2-run double for Hupe. And the Jackfish take the lead 3-1. Barrett almost face-planted around third base, but he was able to keep his composure and able to cross the plate in time.
Number 9, Ethan.
And the Jackfish have hopped all over Yokoyama here in the second inning.
Yeah, and that's a similar play to what we saw yesterday in the first, where Pio Boucher had a ball roll past him as he tried to go after it in left field. Same situation there. Hageth unable to keep the ball in front. It goes all the way, and that allows Barrett to come across, and now a 2-run lead for the Jackfish, and that bat stays hot for Hupe.
Here's Ethan Hunt, who fouls one off back to the screen, 0-1.
And it looks like they're going to give Hupe a single and then an E7. Helps him get to second base.
Ethan Hunt bounces one up the middle. Sandler Goodwin's got it on a first look out. It was almost off the bag. Good job by Strong. Able to hold on that toe to the first base bag. 2 down. Reese in 11 starts, this being Yokoyama's 7th start. He's appeared in 11 games for Chatham-Kent. He has not given up more than 3 earned runs this season.
That's impressive. Normally you see one outlier game where it's, you know, had a bad day, but that's very impressive.
Yep, dating back a couple of relief appearances for him. His first start was June 3rd in Guelph. 5 innings, no earned runs. Then in Hamilton, 6 innings, only 1 earned run. Keep on marching up in London on June 17th. Gave up 3 earned runs in that game. Bounced back in Barrie with 5 innings, only 1. 6 innings over Guelph on the 29th. 2 earned runs given up, and then 2 earned runs on July 3rd against Kitchener. And then 3 to Hamilton on the 12th. So he has been very consistent for this Barnstormers team. Jackfish hop all over him here. They've got 3 already. First pitch to Weisner. As now it's 3-0.
Yeah, he's that reliable guy that Chatham, you know, they needed a quality start to try and get back in the win column. Obviously, it's only inning number 2, but
Weisner taking all the way in a 3-0 count.
But it's that guy you can send out. We don't have the every 5th day luxury in the IBL, but a guy you can send out on the mound and know you're going to get a quality start.
Weisner on a 3-1 pitch, bounces one to second. Morrison on to first in time to end the inning. Damage done.
Fans, we're going to head back down
as it's Brandon Hupe, a 2-run double add-on, and Grayson Barrett knocks in an RBI single, and the Jackfish answer right back. They take a 3-1 lead as we head to the 3rd inning here in the Rose City.
All right, Fanatics, we got Dave and Monty for the Cerveza Chug, presented by TurfNet Sports Supply, for a chance to win a 30-minute golf simulator gift card certificate. You guys thirsty? Always. All right, I need some help here, Fanatics. Make some noise for our contestants. On your mark, get set, chug. Oh boy, oh wow. Congratulations, Monty. You know what, way around a beer bat. There you go, my friend, congratulations. Make some noise for Monty. That went down in about 3 seconds. We'll be back.
Fans, are you ready to party? Your group, ball team, or birthday party can join us here at the pond. Visit fan services at the front gate or wellandjackfish.com/groups. For more information or all-inclusive group tickets, Newark Barge and VIP Miller Lite Suite. Perfect for any occasion. Group tickets are on sale now for all remaining 2025 Welland Jackfish home games. Want to wear the fish? Visit the new tackle box on the first base side of the stadium or online at shop.wellandjackfish.com for all your fanatic needs. Fans, a reminder, this park is a non-smoking facility. Smoking and vaping are not allowed anywhere within the stands.
Welcome back inside the ballpark. Top half of the third inning here in Welland. Chatham-Kent and the Jackfish. Alec Murray, Reese Tumani, thanks for joining us. Last game before the All-Star game tomorrow down at Bernie Arbor. Grab your tickets, hamiltoncardinals.ca, or you can go also grab them on the IBL website as well. Make sure to grab those tickets for the Midsummer Classic. Home Run Derby tomorrow afternoon. All-Star game tomorrow night. We'll be there, Reese, along with 11 Jackfish players.
And S. Forgot to mention that
Yeah.
yesterday in the Open.
So 14. There you go. 14 members of this organization will be down to the All-Star game tomorrow at Bernie Arbor in Hamilton. The league's best will participate in the All-Star game. Super excited to be a part of it, Reese. It's going to be a great day tomorrow in Hamilton.
Yeah, it will be. Weather, knock on wood, supposed to be nice. We've done a lot of that in the last 2 days to try and not jinx stuff. But, yeah, it's supposed to be nice tomorrow. We'll have our bright green shirts on, repping the fish.
Absolutely. 1-1 on the way from Abram. Off the end of the bat. Bouncer. Luther couldn't get it out of his glove. Throw not in time. And the speedy Morrison's able to reach on an infield base hit.
Center fielder Spencer Marcus.
That extra hitch from Luther is the difference. And Morrison, leadoff hit here in the third.
Yeah, it was going to be a bang-bang play, even if he got that out of his glove. You're right. That made the difference. He probably would have been out if it doesn't get stuck in the webbing. But, you know, that speed at the top of the order combined with that bobble allowed Morrison to reach. Heck of a play ranging over. That had a really good shot to get into center field, but
hard one to third. Hunt to second. What a pick by Weisner. What a pick by Barrett, but it's not in time. They get the lead runner at second base. What a job by Jonah Weisner to pick that baseball. That could have got really ugly if that ball got by Jonah Weisner at second.
yeah, that would have been into right field. We more than likely would have had runners on second and third, but yeah, heck of a play from Weisner. I mean, ball hit right at Hunt. Didn't have to move. One hopper to third. That had tailor-made written all over it. If it was at the chest, they probably turned two, but I mean, heck of an athletic play at second base.
Barrett, a good job to keep that baseball in front of him as well at first, even though they didn't get the out.
Yeah, because who knows? We could see Marcus on second if he doesn't pick that. You're absolutely right.
So here's Fukuda. Takes a strike call. Fukuda 0 for 1. Ground out back in the first.
Big Ben looking for that 0. That donut after your team gets you 3 is so crucial.
Yanked that pitch outside, frustrated with himself, 2-1. Gorgeous night here in Welland for a baseball game, Reese. Once again, we're blessed with another great, great night here in Welland for Jackfish Baseball. 25 degrees, but cloudy.
With a breeze.
With a breeze. And not humid. There we go. 2-1 on the way from Abram. Chop foul. And it's 2-2.
Yeah, they're starting to set up the fireworks display out in left field as well. That's why the game was pushed back half an hour.
It seems every time we have fireworks, the games always end way too early.
Yep.
Never fails. Lots of people out in center field tonight as well, taking in the ball game. Here comes the 2-2. Able to protect Fukuda and spoil one on the outside.
Yeah, it looks like there's a few people standing, a few people sitting. They've got a blanket set up there as well. Again, that's prime real estate in the summertime.
Absolutely. That ball is given a ride to left center field. Back is Boucher at the wall. It's off the base of the wall. That's going to score at least one run as Fukuda's going to be in, holding up at second base with a double. And Fukuda
just unable to do it.
Baseballs are flying here tonight in the Rose City. Here's Braxton Haggith, who got to Abram back in the second with a solo shot to lead it off. Haggith coming in, only one long ball. Takes one out in one of the deepest ballparks in the IBL.
He picked up his 10th RBI on that home run as well.
1-0 to Haggith. Rolls over on it to second base. Weisner's got it onto first in time. 2 down.
Fans, a reminder,
that'll advance
concessions are
Fukuda
open
to
on
third.
both sides of the concourse, first base side and third base side. Concessions open on both sides of the concourse. Now batting for Chatham, first baseman Seth Strong.
It's a nice response there from Abram. Gets himself a weak ground ball. Now this is it's going to be an even bigger battle with Seth Strong at the plate.
Strong, first pitch right to Grayson Barrett. He says he's got it. He'll step on the bag in time. Inning over. Chatham-Kent strands a runner at third. But Mitsuki Fukuda comes through with an RBI double. And the Barnstormers are back within one. 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the third here in Welland.
When we at Miller Lite set out to brew a light beer, there came a moment of truth. When we had to choose great taste for 90 calories, we chose both. Tastes like Miller time.
Did you know your dollar does more in Niagara with Penn Financial? And you get the same benefits and rates, except we get to know you better, like true neighbors do. Penn Financial, Niagara's truly local credit union.
Fans, don't forget, if you snag a foul ball, visit us at Fan Services located at the front gate and redeem your foul ball for a brand new Jackfish logo baseball. Perfect for post-game autographs. Leading off the third inning for the Jackfish, center fielder, number 11, Gio Morello.
Back inside the ballpark, Gio Morello will lead things off here in the bottom half of the third inning. 3-2 Fish on top. I'm Alec Murray alongside Reese Dumani on Jackfish TV. Thanks for joining us tonight from the Rose City. Another sellout here in Jackfish land. Say that like it's not a really big deal anymore. It's almost every game.
Pretty common occurrence, yeah.
Ball one to Gio Morello.
Sellout number 5.
What a job by everybody here. And I mean, the fans have just been every single season. I mean, when I joined 3 years ago, Reese, every year has just gotten better and better and better. Jackfish love the fans in the city of Welland, and they give it right back to us. 2-0 on the way. Called strike, and it's 2-1. Reese, staff was arriving at the ballpark at around 3 o'clock today, and there was already people lined up to get into the door.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all.
That's how we had, you know, as Gio Morello's going to flare one off. That's going to drop in to left center field for a base hit. Leadoff man's aboard, and now that throw's going to come to the middle of the infield. What a job by base running for Gio Morello as he's going to take advantage of an extra 90 feet. Not sure what Spencer Marcus was doing out in center.
20, Brendan
You got to hit a cutoff man in that situation, Reese.
Absolutely. Yeah, that can't happen. You know, it's, as much as we talk, the amount of speed that this team has, and, you know, wouldn't surprise me if Gio tried to steal himself a bag, but you don't give it to him for free there. And, yeah, that's a mental mistake for the Barnstormers center fielder.
Back to what we were saying, you know, out front before the game, there's people making the trip from London, from Chatham, from, you know, across the pond, like people coming from across the border. That's a bunt. That's going to be a bunt base hit for Luther. Morrison couldn't get it out of his mitt. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Here in the third inning, what a job by Luther to lay that one down at a perfect spot.
I was going to say, that was a very hard hit bunt as well. That drag bunt that we got so used to seeing from Ichiro in the major leagues, and Luther does a really nice job there. Wasn't into no man's land, wasn't, you know, the softest bunt of all time, like I said, but, you know, combined with his speed, you make the second baseman, Morrison, have to hurry and just was unable to even get a throw off.
And that running start that he has out of the left side of the batter's box. Mullen just gets under it. He's frustrated. He missed that pitch. To left field, Haggett is under it, makes the catch. Here comes the throw home. Gio Morello not going to be close. Sack fly for Robbie Mullen. And the Jackfish get that run right back here in the third. So for the first time this season, Yokoyama has now surrendered 3 or more runs.
Yeah, and it's just been good at bat after good at bat for the Jackfish. You see it there from Mullen. You're right, he got a really good swing off of that, but he just got under it, a little bit frustrated. But it actually did 2 jobs. It scored a run, and then heads up base running from Luther. You could see him tag at first base, and watching his head, you could tell he wanted to see where that ball was going to go, and took the extra 90 feet to second base.
How absurd is it that you can take Brandon Luther out of your 8-hole last night and plug him into 3-hole tonight?
Yeah, not many teams can do that.
Not many teams can do that. And guess what? He's still being productive. That ball is going to get by the catcher, Fukuda. Throw down to third, not in time. So Luther's 90 feet away now with only 1 out. Porch in a 2-0 count. He's 1 for 1. Came around to score back in that second inning.
I'm not sure what we're waiting on right now.
What's the delay here?
Maybe if they want the infield in or not.
Well, the third baseman is in. Robert Mackey on the cut. 2-0 to Porch is downstairs, 3-0. Now you're going to start to see some stretching down to the Chatham-Kent bullpen already. There's a look at Luther at third.
Yeah, because you could hear Fukuda just shouting, Gil, you know, trying to get the attention of his manager.
3-0 swinging. That's going to be a bouncer to first base. Porch is going to be out. Great play by Seth Strong, and Luther's got to stay at third. 3-0 green light.
The first baseman, number 24, Grayson.
Oh, I like it.
If you hit over 400, you're allowed to swing on a 3-0 pitch.
100%.
Barrett an RBI single back in the second. Could do it again here with Luther at third. 2 down, though. There's a look at the Chatham-Kent bullpen. Barrett fooled on that pitch, now down 0-2.
Yeah, he tried to go get that big hook from the left-hander. It's just good placement on that pitch.
High for ball 1.
These Barnstormers up the middle, their second baseman and shortstop start on the grass. That's Morrison and Goodwin. And then you see them take their couple steps in.
Barrett's going to get rung up on strike 3, and he is not a fan of that call.
All right,
A couple of players haven't liked the zone here early on in this one, but Barrett will walk back, and the Jackfish do get that run back, though. 4-2 Fish as we head to the 4th here in Welland.
Director of Fun and the Fiesta dance-off.
All right, Fanatics, it's time for a little Fiesta dance-off. We got Angelica, Yvonne, and Mitza. We're going to get to the dance for us, and then we're going to get a little fan voting in here. Hey, DJ, play that beat. Come on, Fanatics, make some noise. They're giving it all they got. Oh, gee, man, pump the crowd up. I like it. Some help, Fanatics. Angelica. All right. Yvonne. Pizza. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it to Angelica. Congratulations, Angelica. You're welcome home with a free oil change courtesy of Elevate Automotive Truck and Trailer. Make some noise one more time for our contestants. We will be back.
And fans, you can join the Jackfish on Saturday, August 16th for our annual Cornhole Tournament here at the Pond, Welland Stadium. For more information, visit our website at wellandjackfish.com/cornhole tournament. Leading off the 4th inning for Chatham. Shortstop, Sadler.
Top of the 4th here in Welland. Sadler Goodwin stepping in to lead things off here for Chatham-Kent. Abram gets that run back and a 4-2 lead for Welland. Goodwin goes after the first pitch and chops it foul, 0-1.
Abram getting ahead of another Barnstormers hitter. Bound to have a ton of success when you start off hitters 0-1.
Big Ben comes set, now delivers off speed. It'll stay inside.
Yeah, just didn't finish on that breaking ball. Stayed arm side. A little bit too far in for ball 1.
Swing and a miss by Goodwin, 1-2.
Yeah, that was much better. You could see him finish way out in front compared to the previous pitch. That's great execution. Now let's see it 1-2.
One, two from Big Ben. Here it comes to Goodwin. Outside. Mullen tried to bring it back in.
Yeah, that's a really good miss. It's close enough that the hitter thinks about it, but it is off the plate, right?
2-2 on the way from Abram. Goes back to that breaking ball. And it's now full count.
What a cheering contest down the third base side.
Abram shaking off Mullen, now has his sign. Payoff on the way. Chop foul. Good battle here.
Please, everybody clap your hands. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, I'd say this is probably the longest battle we've seen with Ben Abrams so far in this ball game. And the Barnstormers looking for an answer after the Jackfish put up some runs in the last inning.
We mentioned on the other side of the bracket in the All-Star game, Reese says that one is flared out to right field. Carrying a ton back in front of the warning track is Hupe to make the catch. That was just a weak hit ball off the end of the bat that just kept carrying and carrying. Shows you how much the ball is going to carry tonight. Reese, we mentioned yesterday, snub on the other side of the bracket, and J.D. Williams not making the All-Star game.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Abrams probably the one on this side of the bracket. Just too many good pitchers.
Yeah, there is. And I think the way they schedule the starters here in Welland, Abram probably wouldn't have thrown tomorrow anyways. But you're right. He definitely has put together a nice first half of the year. And, I mean, we're past the halfway point. But
3 of his own teammates are going to be there.
Yeah, exactly. Can't have the entire rotation. But
absolutely.
He is deserving, that's for sure.
Downstairs, 1-1. Jose Dominguez will be there. Euclides Layer will be there. Teodoro Ortega will be there. 2-0 on the way. Inside and 3-0 now. Designated hitter Ota.
It was Ota the one who took a pitch off the inside of the foot. First time up.
Kind of has a batting stance similar to Shohei Ohtani as a strike is called. That bat extended, Reese.
Yeah, the stance a little bit open.
Looks almost identical.
Not a bad guy to model your stance and swing after.
Not at all. Check swing. Called strike 2. Ota thought it was ball 4. He's brought back, and it's a full count.
Style's very similar to the way he hopped out of the box there.
I just realized this. Look at this. We're going to keep it on this camera for a second. Look at this. It's almost identical.
Yeah.
Even the little leg kick. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big Ben gets him as he works back from down 3-0 to strike out Ota. 2 away.
You know, you try and imitate guys when you're younger, of course, but I don't think anyone ever gets as close as he does to Ohtani. Like it's
identical. I don't think you can tell the difference. Didn't work for him in that at bat as Abram gets the better of it. Now the base is empty with 2 away.
You were a Kutch guy, right, growing up?
Yeah.
He's fairly simple stance, though. That's not too tough to try and imitate. You tried to, though, didn't you?
No comment. 1-0 on the way. I'll never have his aura, or never did.
He's got to be the next number, eh? A PNC, you think?
100%.
Yeah.
I think it's a question. Bottom of the 9th, and Barry Kitchener has a 5-4 lead. They score in the top of the 9th. Panthers trying to go 4-0 on a 4-game stretch. Games that included in Christie Pitts, at home against Chatham-Kent, on the road against Welland, and now on the road in Barrie. Oh, that's so impressive.
Yeah, that's a really tough stretch. You know, you look to try and go 500, but to go 4-0, very impressive.
Swing and a miss, tipped into the foul. As Robert Mullen is able to hold on to it for the strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Ben Abram in the 4th inning to get out of it. 1, 2, 3. We head to the bottom half of the 4th. Jackfish on top 4-2.
Did you know your dollar does more in Niagara with Penn Financial? And you get the same benefits and rates, except we get to know you better, like true neighbors do. Penn Financial, Niagara's truly local credit union.
Fans, he is the one and only Green Bee. Little gasolina. Leading off the fourth inning for your Welland Jackfish, left fielder number 15, P.O. Boucher.
Bottom of the fourth here in Welland. P.O. Boucher will lead things out for the Welland Jackfish. 7, 8, 9. Boucher, Houpe, and Hunt. P.O. Boucher, first pitch is going to send one into right field, base hit. Leadoff man aboard here in the fourth. And they continue to ambush Yokoyama early in countries.
Yeah, wasting no time at all. And for Boucher, I think, you know, we're being in the 3-hole for the last few weeks. Not to say he was really struggling by any means, but a little bit of a change moving down to that 7 spot. You know, it might take some pressure off to just be a little bit more free in that batter's box, and he does a nice job there getting himself a single.
Pitch is inside for ball 1.
And you know what, even on that single, it looked like that ball had taken a small bounce to the left, forcing the right fielder, Constantino, to adjust quickly and keep that ball in front. It has been fairly dry.
2-0 now to Houpe. Going to extras in Barrie. Noel McGarry Doyle, a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the ninth. Ties the game at 5. To the 10th they go in Barrie. Sky high pop up into the infield. Sadler Goodwin, the shortstop. Couple of steps out onto the cut in the outfield. He's got it. 1 away.
Yeah, every time you see McGarry Doyle do something awesome, which is more often than not, here in Welland, we're checking transactions. Okay, when's Sanford coming back? You know,
he's been so good.
Gary Doyle came back from Ottawa. Okay, when Sanford, but yeah, I mean he's heating up. We want him to succeed. Don't get me wrong.
Absolutely. Talk about a team that was in the dumps earlier on, turned it on lately. Absolutely. Absolutely. Strike 1 to Jonah Weisner.
It just goes to show you how much talent there is in the Intercounty Baseball League.
Taken off for second base as Boucher. Throw down is in time to get him. Bang, bang at second base, and Boucher is thrown out trying to take an extra 90 feet. Great throw by Fukuda to retire the side. So they see the minimum in the bottom of the fourth. We'll head to the top of the fifth. Jackfish on top, 4-2 on Davey Mendez, bobblehead night.
Mr. Harrison.
This is actually Empty Billy's Dizzy Pinata race. All right, we got Peyton and Gary here for the Empty Billy's Dizzy Bat race. Here's how this works. When I say go, head to bat, bat to floor, spin around until I say stop. At one point, you probably have to get up off your tuchus and try to hit the pinata off the stick, I guess? Yeah, we'll go with that. All right, Saturday night, we're at the pond, a few pond waters deep. Make some noise for our contestants. On your mark, get set, go. They're off. Round and round and round they go. Who's gonna drop first? Looks like Peyton. Make some noise, fanatics, I need you. Keep going, Gary. Keep going. Can I count now? Yeah? Keep on going. You guys are so mean tonight. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep your head down. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. You gotta hit the pinata. First to do so wins. Oh. Hit the pinata. Boom. Congratulations, that's it. Doesn't explode, not that exciting. Make some noise for our contestants. You win a $21 gift card to Empty Bellies. We will be back.
Fan single game tickets on sale now for all remaining 2025 Welland Jackfish home games. Don't miss a second of the show. Head to wellandjackfish.com/tix to purchase your game tickets tonight.
Top of the 5th inning, rolling right
Leading off
along
the
here at
5th inning
Welland
for the
Stadium. I'm Alec
Barnstormers.
Murray alongside
Right
Reese
fielder,
Dumani.
Owen
Thanks for tuning in
Constantino.
tonight. Owen Constantino will lead things out for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. It'll go 9-1-2. 2 up here in the 5th to face Big Ben Abram. And he starts him off with a strike. Chatham-Kent tonight, 2 runs on 4 hits and 3 errors. Here comes the 0-1. Breaking ball is going to be sent right back up the middle, base hit. Just out of the reach of Jonah Weisner. And Constantino will turn it over to the top of the lineup.
That's now 3 times in the first
Second
5 innings that the
baseman, Evan
Barnstormers
Morrison.
have had the leadoff man on base, albeit the first time back in inning number 2 was a home run. But you know, they're looking to claw their way back, a team that's just trying to get out of a hole. You know, we talked about it last night on the post game after the game against Kitchener.
Morrison is going to lay an absolutely beautiful bunt down and no shot to catch the speedy second baseman. His second hit of the night. And the Barnstormers are in business here in the 5th.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago, it was 1 versus 2. And then, you know, Barnstormers in a bit of a rut right now,
Center
looking to
fielder,
get out of it.
Spencer Marcus.
I'm curious if they lay another one down here.
Morrison, the starting second baseman for the South Side. We'll see him tomorrow in Hamilton. Just edging out Brandon Luther of the Welland Jackfish. Starts him out with a breaking ball, strike 1. Now you got to deal with the middle of this lineup with nobody away. Marcus, Fukuda, and Haggett, who's already homered.
And Strong would be due up 4th.
Big swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, if there's one guy you want to keep on deck in a situation like this, it'll be Seth Strong. Have him lead off the 6th.
Or you get a ground ball here. 0-2 on the way. Bounces in the dirt. Mullen keeps it in front of him. Throw down to third is not in time. And now runners at second and third. That takes away the double play possibility.
I mean, good job by Mullen to keep it in front, but base runners just read that ball in the dirt. They saw it down and took off immediately. No hesitation whatsoever. You know, you hesitate for a split second. Mullen's got a good enough arm that Constantino's probably out at third base, but again, they were off immediately.
1-2. Abram comes set, now comes home. That's what they wanted. A pitch earlier as the throw to first is Grayson Barrett. Looked like he tagged him. The throw brought him off the base, but the umpire wasn't
not in the
on
best
that
position.
side. No, not in the best position with runners at second and third. You could hear the tag. And now they're going to have a meeting here in the infield. It looked like Grayson Barrett brought that glove around and tagged him on his way down, and they're going to call Marcus out. That's the right call. Marcus knows it. So they do concede a run. It's now a 4-3 ball game, and Marcus is going to be called out. And now he doesn't like that it was overturned, as he stands on first base and argues with the first base umpire.
Catcher Mitsuki Fukuda.
I mean, realistically, Reese, that's the home plate umpire's call.
Absolutely.
He sees that the best. With runners at second and third, you got the umpires up in the middle, right? And then on the third base side, so it's a tough call to make.
Yeah. No, they did that properly. That was Steve Cochran that was in the middle of the field. He's got no vantage point whatsoever. You have the home plate umpire watching the base runner go down first base. That's great they got together immediately. And Cochran knows that, right? He's being a veteran umpire. He immediately is like, hey, guys, did anybody have a tag, right? He doesn't have that vantage point being in the middle of the field. Again, that's part of the 3-umpire system is runners at second and third. The first base umpire moves to the middle of the diamond and just immediately asks for some help.
And obviously the home plate umpire had a tag.
Yep. Yeah, you know what?
Or else that call stands.
Yeah. It's when you just say you call him safe and then you don't go for help, that's when you can start to get into some issues with some coaches and some managers. But immediately he went to get some help because he knew he was not in the correct position to make that call.
Down and low outside.
And again, no fault of his own, just what the three-man system is.
1-2 now to Fukuda. Morrison stands at third base. He's the tying run. Fukuda was thinking. Opts to hang on. It's a good layoff, but it's 2-2. He'll also be in Hamilton tomorrow in a loaded side of the division with catchers, Reese.
Big time. Imagine
Teolio,
3-3.
Teolio, Mullen, and Fukuda. Oh boy, a wild pitch is going to score Morrison, and we're tied at 4. That's the second wild pitch of the inning for Big Ben Abram. And what we thought would be a pitcher's duel tonight, Reese, has really not turned into that.
No, it hasn't. Yeah, that first wild pitch sets up a ground ball RBI, and then this one just brings a run home. You know, the good thing about that is, it's probably not a good thing about it, but you know, now you have a clean slate. Nobody on base.
3-2 to Fukuda. Would have scored the run anyways. Bouncer to second base. Weiser's got it on to first in time. 2 away.
Yep, absolutely. That would have brought the run home. But a good job by Abram, and he actually threw out of the stretch there with nobody on. But I'm sure he'll go back to the windup now. And yeah, again, you get yourself a clean slate. Yeah, it's tough to give up a run on a wild pitch, but essentially start over with the bases empty.
Called strike to Haggett. Haggett tonight, 1 for 2. He's got the big swing for Chatham-Kent. Solo shot in the second. On a night where the ball is carrying. Big swing and a miss. Tried to make it 2 home runs, 0-2. I mean, we saw Flair a couple innings ago off the end of a bat that carried to the warning track, Reese.
Yeah.
Get the ball high enough in the air. Could be dangerous. Could be a tough night for the fielders.
Yeah, it's amazing after a night yesterday where the ball was going nowhere. How chilly it was.
It's going to be fouled up behind us. It'll remain 0-2. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a couple of balls last night that leave the ballpark tonight.
Yep, absolutely.
Gio Morello's late in that game, probably leaves.
It also just didn't seem like the ball was going to find a gap last night, where tonight it's going to carry and find a gap.
Swirling winds now, too. Here comes the 0-2.
And Abram as he works in the 5th.
We say hello to almost 300 viewers currently tuned into this one, as Haggett is going to have his second rip of the night. Hard hit base hit into right field, and the inning continues for Chatham-Kent, as that'll bring up Seth Strong with a runner on and 2 down. We should say, Reese, this year's been so great fan-wise. We mentioned attendance, but because these tickets and the attendance and so many sellouts, our YouTube and TV numbers have skyrocketed this season.
Nothing wrong with that.
It's great. It's
Yep.
absolutely great.
Yeah, you know, it's limited space, unfortunately. You know, if they could put a second deck here, first of all, that'd be unreal. How cool that would look. But yeah, no, it's been awesome. Like we said, 5th sellout of the year, and it's unfortunate we can't fit more people. Yeah. You'd love to. But no, we always appreciate everybody who tunes in with us. You got us back-to-back nights. Last night for a makeup, and then tonight.
That one bounces in the dirt. Abram frustrated with himself visibly on the mound. 2-0 to Seth Strong.
We hope to see a ton of green and navy blue tomorrow.
Yeah, and if you're around in the All-Star game, make sure to come over and say hi. Reese and I will be bumping around there as that one is fouled off. I'll be up the home run derby. Reese, you'll be down on the field level. And then I'll join you down on the field level for the game as we join Neil and
Reed Duthie.
Reed Duthie, yep, That's the name I was looking for. There we go.
You're good.
Just a
I got
stutter.
you.
You got me.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, Reed will have the call, the All-Star game. Reese and I will be down on field level. He definitely went around there, and it's 2-2. Abram had him fooled, but yeah, we'll be sporting our green shirts, so make sure to come say hi tomorrow if you run into us or see us around.
4:30 the Derby gets underway, 7:30 the All-Star game. Again, 11 Jackfish on the field for that game.
2-2. Strong able to stay alive. It'll be managed by Brian Essery.
I believe Cleveland Brownlee's joining as an honorary coach or honorary captain.
Cool. Ryan Rio on the other side of things will join as an honorary coach. Strong, another one fouled off, and he's putting up a good battle here.
Yeah, after one of the uglier swings we've seen from Seth Strong on a breaking ball that was down from Ben Abram, and I thought to myself, I go, you don't really see that many swings from Seth, but you know, he's fighting right now. Was ahead 2-0. Abram worked his way back, and now it's just you're trying to work yourself a good piece.
Bounces in the dirt. Good job by Mullen. Boy, he's been put to work here in the inning. Group Chanderdad will join Brian Essery managing south side. Josh Matlow on the other side of things with Luis Bernardo.
What a heck of a start to his managerial career in the IBL.
Definitely turned the ship a little bit for Hamilton in a spot where they really needed to win a few games. Seth Strong in on his hands. Flare to right field. Hupe's under it. And he will haul it in, inning over. So Abram gets out of it, but not before the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers come back and tie things up to the bottom of the fifth we go. 4-4 here in Welland.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Home is wherever you make it. Might not be what you expected. Raise your glass and take a moment. Look around you, this is home.
When the unexpected happens, who can you call to guide you from crisis to calm? The trusted experts at Service Master Restore are ready when you need us. We'll be there for you every step of the way. Service Master Restore. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
Visit Wings Up Welland at 200 Fitch Street or online at wingsup.com. Leading off, the fifth for the Fish. Second baseman number 4, Jonah Weisner.
Bottom of inning number 5 here in Welland, tied at 4. And a massive shout out to Tailgates tonight.
We have the best looking pizza right in front of us, and we can't do anything about it.
Like, just
Alex staring at it. He hasn't taken his eyes off of the slice of pizza.
I took one bite, and there's cheese everywhere now on my desk. I just couldn't. They must have put extra cheese on it tonight, which I'm a fan of, as Wisner takes a ball 2-0.
I'm going to say, when paying for extra toppings, extra cheese.
Absolutely.
Worth it.
Always.
Worth every penny.
10 out of 10 every time. I know it's probably not the best for you, but
oh well.
You only live once.
Which, by the way, we were talking about it in between innings. Winner of the Home Run Derby, free wings for a year from Wings Up Canada.
Yeah. Wisner getting called back in a 3-2 count.
I mean, other than bragging rights, that's a
wings for.
pretty dang
I'm
good
interested
prize.
to see how that works. Wisner attacks that pitch to center field. Marcus has a beat on it, and he dropped it in center field. Wisner running all the way is going to go into second base.
I think they're going to call it on the transfer.
And yeah, they are going to overturn it, so he is going to be out regardless. They are going to say it was on the transfer. I was going to say he caught that ball. I watched it go into his glove.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And that is the right call.
The center fielder, number
And that'll bring in
11,
Gio Morello. Yeah, I'm interested if it's a coupon for like a few a week, or if you can do it like unlimited, or
365.
If you got
coupons.
wings for a year, would you eat them every day?
Yeah.
I would too. Absolutely. No question about it.
I would never buy groceries all year.
Think of all the money you would save. First pitch to Gio, stays outside for ball 1.
Go-to wing flavor.
I'm a big Cajun guy.
All right.
Dry Cajun or lemon pepper. Dry. I like. I'm a big dry wing. If I do it at tailgates, it's like a secret menu. Not really a secret menu item, but they have a wing flavor, maple bacon. It is the best thing you will ever taste. So if you go to tailgates, if you're listening to us right now, if you're thinking of going to tailgates, go try their maple bacon wings. They are fantastic.
Man, dang, that sounds good.
And they smell incredible. Like the whole restaurant smells like maple bacon. Delicious.
Wow.
Top tier. Strike call to Gio Morello, 2-1. And now I want to go to tailgates and get wings.
And say I'm boring. I'd just go and get buffalo wings. I'm boring. I don't know. Is that boring?
I'm exotic.
Buffalo wings?
That is boring. Morello called strike 2.
I'd say the most funky flavor I've ever had is French toast.
I can't. Yeah. No,
Wings doused in maple syrup and icing sugar.
Why would that low key be good?
Oh, it's very good.
Should mention too, as we're talking about all this tailgates food and this pizza I can't eat right now because I'm talking to you guys. That one's going to be out of play. Make sure to watch all of our road games at Tailgates, the official viewing spot of Welland Jackfish Baseball. All-Star game as well. I think they'll have it on over at Tailgates.
Right on.
Big supporters of the Welland Jackfish. Tailgates Bar and Grill.
Had their deep fryers here a couple of times.
Yeah, doing some fries and gravy and some poutine. 2-2 on the way to Gio Morello. In on his hands, bounces it to second base. Morrison on to first in time. 2 down.
Been more of a normal inning so far.
Shortstop
for Yokoyama.
20, Brendan Luther.
Looking for just his second 3-up, 3-down inning of the game as his first came back in the first. And then there's just a constant stream of Jackfish hitters putting together good at-bats, hitting the ball hard. But he's looking to throw up a donut after his team got even.
So here is Luther. 1 for 2 tonight. We'll see Luther tomorrow at the All-Star game. He'll probably get in around the 3rd or 4th inning, you would think.
Yeah, you get the starters 1, maybe 2 at-bats, depending on how it goes.
.1-0 on the way. Luther right back to Yokoyama. What a snap as he got it onto first. He'll run it halfway and toss it to Seth Strong. What a play on the mound. And that's a nice clean inning from the Chatham-Kent starter as he goes 1, 2, 3 in the 5th inning. To the top of the 6th we go. All tied at 4 here in the Rose City.
Cheer United. Fans one more time. Let's hear it for Cheer United. Also at this time, a big happy birthday to everyone celebrating tonight, including James E., Misa, sweet Karen and Rick. Happy birthday, Susie. Susie bringing the heat. Big round of applause. Bill Jones, William, what's going on? Bob Villard, happy birthday. Look at that legendary shot. Happy birthday to all, including the one and only celebrating his 79th tonight, Meriton's own Gary Miato. Happy birthday to everyone celebrating.
First pitch of the 6th inning. Into right field. Yupe gonna dodge out of the way of Gio Morello, who makes the catch. First pitch and one out already for Big Ben Abram. Take your time, Reese. It's all good. I'll cover.
Hey, I had to get that pizza down. Oh, it was so good. It was killing us just looking at it. Couldn't do it any longer.
Ota.
Yeah, that was a little strange. Morello camped underneath the baseball, and then all of a sudden Hupe comes out of nowhere, and yeah, he has to avoid Gio Morello.
See Gio like, come on, man. This is my outfield. If I can get it, I'm going to get it.
I have authority.
1-0. Here's Ota, the DH tonight. Ota is 0 for 1. He was hit by the pitch in the 2nd. Struck out back in the 4th. And Abram has started him off 2-0.
There is action in the Jackfish pen. I believe it's Halen Knoll.
Abrams offering. Called strike 1. Take a look at Halen Knoll down in the bullpen. Yep, there he is. Talking about a guy who's really started to turn his season around. Halen Knoll has put back-to-back excellent starts together. One in Toronto, which is such a hard ballpark to throw in. Only surrendered the 1 home run in that game. And then Reese, fantastic start on Tuesday night in Guelph.
Yeah, he
only
did
giving up one on the ground, foul. And he'll see at least one more.
Yeah, whenever you see a hitter jog down to first base like that, didn't get very far, but
Fans tonight's attendance
gets
here at
bigger
the
a little
pond,
bit.
3,248.
On the next
It's
pitch,
the
that's for
5th
sure, maybe
sellout
an
of the
inch or
season.
two, but
Make some noise, fanatics.
gotta be in
for
protect
your
mode at that point.
Welland Jackfish.
3,248. That's a official number and an official sellout. And that's number 5 on the season.
Trying to think. Bobblehead night tonight, opening night, Father's Day.
Pack the Pond.
Pack the Pond and Canada Day. All right.
Canada Day, yep. There you go.
Pack the Pond was the one I was going to miss, which is weird. That's sellout on Pack the Pond. That's like automatic.
Automatic sellout.
Yeah,
3-2 on the way.
That.
Another one chopped foul. Ota's putting up quite a battle here. And more to come this season as well. Still a couple of really cool giveaways coming up.
Yeah, Coach Bobblehead still to come.
Got to think that's going to chalk up for another sellout.
Absolutely.
Another 3-2 from Abram. That'll be ball 4, and now he can walk to first base. So a 1-out walk puts him in aboard for Robert Mackey.
Third baseman Robert Mackey.
Yeah, that was a heck of an at-bat. Fouled off a couple of tough pitches and then works his way on to first base. Abram unable to put him away. But now you get Mackey, who has K'd twice, so that does work in Ben Abram's favor.
Take a ground ball here as well.
Yep.
Check down. Oh, they say he held up.
It's one thing I'll never understand about the challenge system in the minor leagues. You can challenge check swings. How can you challenge an intent to swing? Makes no sense.
Great point.
Like
1-0. Went around on that one. 1-1.
I mean, I guess you can look for the hands to break, but under the official rule, it's the intent to swing, not the angle of the bat. Which again, it's tough. That's very tough to determine.
It's such a gray line.
Yeah.
In any level of baseball, they're going to throw over to first base. Back in safely is Oda. It's up to the discretion. Yep. Every umpire is different, right?
Yep.
Aberman, a 1-1 count to Robert Mackey. Comes up empty again, 1-2.
Yeah, he'd love a ground ball right now. Double play might buy him an extra inning.
Baycats winners over the Kitchener Panthers 6-5 in extra innings. Toronto with an early 1-0 lead over Hamilton, top of the third. And it's 1-0 Red Sox in the top of the third over Guelph. I mean, if there's one team that Guelph hasn't been able to beat this year, it's been Brantford.
Yeah, and what seems, definitely a must-win for both, especially Brantford to try and keep pace. But yeah, even for Guelph.
Mackey swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes for the third time tonight. 2 away, as that's a big-time executed pitch from Ben Abram. And he's got 4 punch-outs now, 3 of them
right fielder,
to Mackey.
Owen Constantino.
Yeah, Mackey clearly frustrated after that swing. That was a very, very, very late emergency hack. Way behind the fastball.
Constantino swings through the first pitch, 0-1. I mean, for Robert Mackey, you look at last season for him, he was so good for Chatham-Kent. 260 average, 4 home runs on the season. He was almost an everyday player. I believe he was at the All-Star game last season for Chatham-Kent. This season, it's just been a struggle for Mackey. As that one is going to be sent left center field. That's down for a base hit. Constantino's going to hold up at first with a single. Ota goes first to third, and runners at the corners with 2 away.
For a guy that originally wasn't a part of the starting lineup for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers, it was supposed to be Morin. But Constantino got into the lineup late, and he's done a nice job out of that 9 spot. Couple of hits, he scored a run. He's hitting the ball very well.
That's going to be it for Ben Abram tonight. And Abrams having some words with the home plate umpire. Frustrated at the end of his outing. Don't see that a lot from Ben Abram, so not happy with the zone today as Abram gets the hook earlier than usual as he goes 5 2/3. Book still open on Big Ben as the runners at first and third, his responsibility. But Halen Knoll will come into the ballgame and try and clean it up and get through this top half of the 6th inning and keep this game tied at 4. As Knoll, we mentioned, Reese, a couple of good starts back-to-back for Halen. He now gets the call back out of the bullpen. We'll step aside here at Welland Stadium as Halen Knoll sets up to warm up. Looks for 1 out as we step aside here in the Rose City.
Knoll.
All right, take a look. Halen Knoll there. The numbers 21 innings, 2-0. The ERA of 6, but not representative of his last 2 appearances. 15 strikeouts for Knoll as he looks for 1 out and then probably more after this, but he's got a tough, tall task in Evan Morrison.
Yeah, he does. Morrison has had a nice night at the plate. He's got a couple of singles and looking to put his team ahead for the first time since inning number 2. But yeah, it's a big spot for Knoll. Remember talking to him after a few games ago that he's normally a starter, so he was kind of back in his element for the last 2 starts that we saw from him.
Yeah, it was good to chat with him last week, and he said, yeah, honestly, like, he's like, I've been a starter for 5 years. It was nice to get back in the routine, kind of, feel comfortable with myself and get a couple of quality starts under my belt. Again, that ERA not representative of Knoll's last few appearances as he snaps that one outside, 1-1.
No, not at all. It's sitting at 6, but it was, I don't want to say much higher because it really wasn't, but he's done a nice job lowering it in his last 2 appearances.
But you also go back to that fact, Reese. For those of you who don't know, it is so hard to go from a starter to a reliever.
Yeah.
It is such a different pace, such a different warm-up. That's popped into foul territory, going to be playable for Hunt, who's over in foul territory, and he makes the catch. What a grab by Ethan Hunt, who's back in the lineup tonight. And he gets the Jackfish out of it. Knoll executes in strands 2, so that'll close the book on Ben Abram tonight as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Tied at 4, Barnstormers and Jackfish.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Your time is now. You're ready for your next big step. Niagara College is a proven leader among Ontario colleges. Our students are prepared to succeed and drive innovation locally and around the world. Our supportive student culture and state-of-the-art learning facilities help you achieve your dream. Choose academic excellence. Choose experiential learning. Choose career success. Choose Niagara College today. Visit niagaracollege.ca/apply.
A positive atmosphere for each and every one of our Welland Jackfish fans. As well, end of the 7th inning will be the last call for 50-50 tickets. We're approaching last call. Get those 50-50 tickets now. Should be a big jackpot tonight.
Robbie Mullen leads things off here in the bottom half of inning number 6. 4-4 ball game between Chatham-Kent and Welland.
Catcher number 23, Robert Mullen.
Ryoko Yama back onto the bump for Chatham-Kent. Going to try and get them through 6. No action down that bullpen for the Barnstormers as he's kind of settled in Reese since his rough 2nd inning.
Yeah, we saw some stretching and maybe a little light throwing.
Oh, boy.
That one's not close. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
Airmail to the backstop. That was perfect, by the way. How many times have you done that and hope to say it on the broadcast?
You know, it's always in my back pocket. I'm always ready for it. I love that movie.
We have the sound effect for it, too, in the stadium. I'm surprised they didn't play it. 2-0. I'm like, that pitch is going to get bullpen action going.
Yeah, I don't blame him. Every time you wear that Major League shirt, though, I'm so jealous. Those are solid.
Catalin Morin is going to start warming up quickly for Chatham-Kent. Honestly, one of the best and one of my favorite giveaways last season was that CAA Niagara Major League styled-esque shirt.
Cool.
It's such a nice shirt. You can wear it anywhere. You can wear it to the beach. You can wear it to the game. You can wear it golfing. Multi-use shirt. You can wear it to the bar if you're feeling really risky. It's a 4-pitch walk to Robert Mullen. And the leadoff man is aboard here to start the inning. But yeah, it's one of the best giveaways we've had. except for the bobbleheads. That T-shirt, well, right up there.
The designated hitter, number 10.
That day at the gate was absurd, by the way. I'll never forget it.
I believe it.
There was only 500 of them, and man, it was interesting down at concourse level. We'll tell you that much.
Yeah, they're sharp. That's still a go-to movie out of all the baseball movies. It's Major League.
Moneyball.
Moneyball guy. All right.
I love it. I think I've watched it probably 15 times. It's a movie I can go home and just be like, you know what? I'm just going to watch it again. And, yeah, that's going to draw out the pitching coach. And the catcher just lost all control here all of a sudden here coming out into the 6th inning. Reese, 5 straight balls to start the inning.
Yeah, that's started off with the pitch. It wasn't even close. Okay, you know, sometimes that happens, but
please report.
Yeah, that's 5 straight out of the strike zone, and he's had fairly decent command of most of his pitches. You know, go over his line so far. One, you know, that was just his second walk, and he's walked Robert Mullen both times.
If there's one knock on him, it is sometimes he can start to get a little bit wild and loose on the season. I think we mentioned off the top, Reese, on Yokoyama's walks, 23 of them in 11 games. Now 6 of those being starts, but that's still fairly high number for walks, especially since 5 of those appearances are out of the bullpen.
Yeah, and you know what? Looking at those numbers, but watching him here, you're kind of like, oh, he's only walked 2, but, you know, his stats really don't tell the full story, but he hasn't been close.
Yeah, he's lost it here in the 6th. 6 straight balls, Reese, and 3 of them have been not even close to the zone. And now you start to get into the territory of, okay, if I'm going to put 2 guys on here, wild pitches become more problematic for you.
Yeah, and you would have to think he at least sees Barrett.
Well, they've just started warming up.
Yeah.
Catalin Morin.
Yeah, he's hustling, but catcher is not crouched yet.
There's a strike that bends into the zone. So 2-1, he goes to the off speed and is able to find the strike zone. Morin, a guy on the season who's appeared in 9 games for Chatham-Kent. ERA north of 8. Porcelano, high chopper to first base. Step on the bag, strong for 1. Throw to second's going to hit Robert Mullen. He's going to make his way to third base. Here comes the throw. Mullen in with a slide. He's saving that ball. Is going to go to the front of the Jackfish dugout. Mullen's going to smartly stay at third base. Man. He just continues to prove us wrong up here.
He took it personally. 100%. Did we find out if he got the bag from his first steal?
I told Brian Esri that, and he just started laughing.
Well, I remember we were talking to Davey after that. He laughed so hard, too. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, no, the Barnstormers were in jeopardy of throwing the baseball out of play and awarding the Jackfish a run.
In that situation, if you're Braxton Haggith, you just got to kind of soak that one in.
Yeah.
Can't risk throwing it wide and having Mullen score, but whoa. Ooh. Talk about Robbie getting a workout a couple of innings ago. Fukuda is getting a workout here in this inning.
Yeah, you ask your catcher to be a brick wall, but he's on overtime right now.
Pumps in a strike to Barrett, 1-1. So 77 pitches, 36 of those balls, Reese. Grayson, big looper. It's high, 3-1.
Yeah, in an inning like this, you're not getting the close pitches.
Well, I mean, that pitch looked like it was high, but, I mean, he caught it in the strike zone, but definitely high coming over the plate.
Yeah, I think he tried to help it, too. Saw him bring it down a little bit.
Goes to the fastball, and Barrett likes it, fouls it off. And a full count now. Grayson singled back in the second, an RBI single, came around to score on the Hupe double. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a strikeout. 3-2, big pitch in this inning coming up for Yokoyama. Here comes the payoff. Grayson Barrett going to spoil another one.
Barrett's looking to do one job and one job only. He doesn't care how he does it, but he wants to get Mullen home from third. Deep fly ball will do it.
Time to cash here. Still tied at 4. Go ahead run stands 90 feet away. Look out. Hits him in the back of the neck on a full count pitch. And that one's going to sting. And Barrett frustrated. You got to get him out of this ball game now, I would think. That's got to be it.
Yeah, that's a scary feeling as a hitter when you know a pitcher has no control whatsoever. You're just in the box like wondering where the heck it's going. And yeah, I would hope that would end his night. Good outing, but that's a tough end.
Obviously no intent because he's lost the zone here in the 6th inning, Reese, but that's now 5 pitches that have been nowhere near the zone in this inning. And on a full count pitch for Yokoyama, that's got to be a backbreaker because you do all that hard work to get your 1 pitch away from getting 2 outs, and you just can't finish it. So much like Ben Abram, Yokoyama's going to get the hook mid-inning here as well. He gets 1 out, runners at the corners, much like Ben Abram's situation. They're his responsibility, but Catalin Morin's going to have to get more than 1 out. Only 1 down here in the bottom half of inning number 6. Jackfish pressuring, looking to take the lead back here late in this one as we'll step aside. Catalin Morin into the ball game. He'll warm up, and we'll be right back here at Welland Stadium.
This is so bad. What if somebody sees this?
We have to get rid of this.
How?
Oh, I've got some ideas. At Penn Financial, our advisors can help you clean up the mess and make sense of your finances. Whatever your financial secret is, there's no judgment on our end. Don't live in financial stress. Come to Penn Financial. We'll help you clean up the mess.
Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up 'cause I'm back in my zone now. 'Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Now at the dish for the fish.
All right, here we go. Cat Morin into the ball game for Chatham-Kent. His 10th appearance of the season. 8-2-6 in 16 innings, 10 strikeouts to 10 walks, giving up 21 hits. His last appearance, though, July 13th, last week in Welland. It was at home in Chatham-Kent after the Jackfish put up a ton of runs in the first 3 innings against Ryan, the starter. Morin had a really good outing to kind of clean things up for Chatham-Kent. He went 4 innings, only surrendered 1 hit, had 3 strikeouts. So looking to replicate that and get Chatham-Kent out of this inning. Runners at the corners, Yokoyama's responsibility. Now he's going to step off. P.O. Boucher looking to send one to the outfield grass here. Yanks it outside, 2-0.
And Boucher might be waiting for him to get in the strike zone. Obviously, you gear up here 2-0, but if it's not the perfect pitch, again, you got to get him in the strike zone. He'll take your free pass.
2-0 from Cat Morin. Called strike 1.
That's a good take.
Boucher checking where that was.
Yep, more than likely would have got jammed if he goes after that, so.
Barrett and Mullen, their leads. More in long pause. Now comes set. Boucher, chopper to short. It's going to eat up Sadler Goodwin into left field. That's a base hit. RBI single for P.O. Boucher, and the Jackfish are back on top. Goodwin just stuck out the glove and hoped and prayed it found the leather. It did not. And the inning continues. That's a tough play. Should go down as a base hit, and it will.
Yeah, that's one. I thought he was going to stay back on it and take that one hop, and he was only going to get one out. I don't think there was any chance they were going to get 2 outs on that play, so I thought he might want to wait back and maybe fire it across the diamond instead of trying to force the issue to go and get it. But yeah, it works out for the Jackfish. It finds left field, and they're back in front.
5-4 Fish now, as that run will be charged to Yokoyama. Book still not closed on him. Grayson Barrett, his responsibility. As Morin now having trouble finding the zone, outside ball 1. Hupe had a big swing for the Jackfish back in the second inning. 2-run double. Morin delivers a strike, 1-1.
And the worst thing you can do out of the pen is keep starting hitters behind, or keep starting behind hitters. That's the one thing as a pitching coach, when you'll have a chat, is like, are you ready? And you say yes, but you come out throwing balls, and it's like, well, are you really ready, or you just want to get in the game?
Eric Pettipiece now warming up for the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers. That's a rocket right back up the middle. That's a base hit. Barrett is flying around third base. Throw is going to go to third. Barrett's in. RBI single for Brandon Hupe. And another run knocked in for 21, and the Jackfish tack on 6-4. Boy, has he been so good these last few weeks.
Yeah, that's what happens also when you just fall behind hitters constantly, especially in this lineup. Hupe's the wrong guy to fall behind. You're right. The way he's been going, he can't seem to miss. And he continues to do damage. He continues to be productive. Again, he is, himself. You can put Luther in that conversation. They've kind of been those guys that have figured out how to hit as the number 8 hitter.
2 for 3 now tonight for Hupe. And that'll close the book on Yokoyama. Hunt goes after that pitch up the middle. Goodwin steps on second. Did he miss the bag? Did he get it?
I think he just got the corner.
Looked from here like he might have missed it, but he does get the double play, and the Jackfish strand 2 on base as Hunt grounds out into the double play to end the inning. So Morin does get out of it, not before the damage is done. Jackfish score 2. Hupe a big RBI single, and Welland goes up 6-4 as we head to the 7th here in the Rose City.
Who is in the Undy run tonight?
All right, Fanatics, we got Jessica, Derek, and Rondo versus Jen, Andrea, and Kellen for the Minor Brothers Undy run. Here's how this works. When I say go, you're going to take off around the infield, down towards home plate. First team to cross the line wins $25 to Minor Brothers. They're in their whitey tighties, but I need you to make some noise for our contestants. Woo! On your mark, get set. Go, go, go! They're off in their whitest of tighties. Coach is beating them though. It is his birthday. Happy birthday, Coach. Benny Coach. He's there for moral support. All right, they're around third here, which is always the toughest part of this race. Don't bite it. Here we go. Round it go. There we go. Good technique. We love it. Fanatics, make some noise for our winners tonight of the Undy Run race. You're walking home with a $25 gift card to Minor Brothers. All right, Fanatics, we'll be back.
Fans, don't forget, still to come tonight, post-game fireworks. Boom and bang coming up after the game tonight. And the professional and dedicated staff here at the pond ask you to help keep this site beautiful. Please use the provided trash containers for your garbage this evening and throughout the season.
Top of the seventh inning here in the Rose City. I'm Alec Murray alongside Reese Dumani. As Halen Knoll will continue to pitch for the Welland Jackfish here. He'll get a clean inning in the seventh. And it's Spencer Marcus leading things off for CK here in the inning. Gets a swing and a miss. 0-1.
And Knoll's going to have his work cut out for him. 2-3-4 here in inning number 7.
See if this game shapes up just perfectly to work out here, Reese. On a certain person's bobblehead night. Be pretty cool.
Usually does.
It usually does. I was just going to say.
But Buxton hit for the cycle on his bobblehead day.
Yep. Paul Skeens threw a gem on his bobblehead day.
Yep.
As that one is chopped foul.
Things always just seem to work out that way.
The 1-2 from Knoll. Bounces in the dirt. Mullen keeps it in front of him. It's Euclides Lair down to the bullpen. Standing up, getting stretched out. Fall goes to plan. Uke will get the 8th, and then Davey to the 9th. There's Lair right there. Standing with Teodoro Ortega and Jose Dominguez. That ball is crushed to left field. Back at the wall. It is off the wall. That ball just stayed in the ballpark. And Spencer Marcus is into second with a double to lead off the inning for Chatham-Kent. He just missed it, Reese.
Yeah, he did. That ball jumped off his bat. I thought it was out. You know, but it just stays in the ballpark. As I'm watching Boucher go back for that baseball, you know, you get more and more confidence he's going to make that play. But it just kept carrying and it went off the wall, and luckily it didn't bounce too far away and kept him at second.
And now that'll cue Ryan Pontranz down the bullpen as gears on, and Uke Lair is going to start warming up quickly here.
Yep. No, just stand up, be ready just in case, but any sign of trouble, let's get her going. And he's quickly trying to get warm.
Euclides Lair starting the season as a starter, but says in whatever role they need him, he just wants to win. Gotta love teammates like that.
Man, love that. Leave your ego at the door.
And I mean, for Lair too, like,
Not
yeah,
that
so
he
successful
has
as a
one,
starter.
Yeah.
Reese. And 2 years ago with this club, he was one of the best pitchers in the IBL. But also so successful throughout the winter leagues and overseas as a closer.
Yeah, that arm angle, obviously the velocity helps, but that arm angle, just he seems to find a way to just mow through lineups.
And when he's in rhythm.
Yeah, yep, for sure. He doesn't waste a ton of time.
It's a luxury that the Welland Jackfish were able to kind of bend on the rotation as Knoll delivers, and especially with Halen Knoll pitching well out of a starting rotation spot.
Yep.
That even gives him a little bit more comfortability with saying, all right, Uke, let's have you and Davey, best 8-9 combo in the league.
Yeah.
You still get Dominguez into the starting lineup as a starter. You still got Ortega, who's quietly one of the best pitchers in the league. Jose Dominguez in there as well. And then Knoll when you need a fourth. That ball is flared to center field. It's going to be a tough play. Dropping quickly in front of Gio Morello. Having to hold up at second is Marcus, making sure that ball was going to get down, but now runners at the corners with nobody out here in the 7th inning. And Chatham-Kent is in business. Says this game has gone along. One team takes the lead, next team answers.
Yep. Yeah, they're just not going away.
Chatham-Kent had a big second inning. Jackfish answered in the bottom half with a big second inning of their own. Chatham-Kent battled back to tie things up at 4 apiece. The Jackfish jumped back out on top in the bottom half of the inning. And now Chatham-Kent looking to even things up or even take the lead. And now Brian Essery is going to call time and walk out. Smart play by the manager, Brian Essery. Wait till the last available second to walk out there. Give Uke Lair all the time he needs to warm up.
Yeah, well, you let your catcher go out. You go through the signs first and third, and then take as much time as possible to get behind home plate. And then, yeah, S comes out, and that'll be it for Noel.
Well, Noel did his job, and he got a big out
He
last top half of the inning.
Yep.
And Euclides Layer is going to come on and
You know
probably
what?
try and go two.
First guy to greet him is Ben Abram.
You love that.
That's cool.
Abram all the way out, halfway between the baseline to say, hey, thanks for picking me up in the top half of the last inning. I appreciate it. Now he's going to need a pickup here, and it's Uke Layer into the ball game for the Welland Jackfish as he looks to keep Chatham-Kent off the board here in the top half of the seventh inning. We'll step aside
for the Welland Jackfish,
as the Jackfish on top, 6-4, top of the seventh. Here at Welland.
When we at Miller Lite set out to brew a light beer, there came a moment of truth. When we had to choose great taste or 90 calories, we chose both. Tastes like Miller time.
Did you know your dollar does more in Niagara with Penn Financial? And you get the same benefits and rates, except we get to know you better, like true neighbors do. Penn Financial, Niagara's truly local credit union.
All right, there's a look at Euclides Layer on the season. 29 innings, 4-0 record, a 2.4 ERA, and 36 English strikeouts to boot for Layer.
Hardest
and now
language to learn.
It is. As swinging a foul off. Baseball's not going to come back down. As Braxton Haggith steps in a big spot for Chatham-Kent. Seth Strong on deck. Ideal situation for Uke would be to get a ground ball.
Absolutely. Yeah, they'll take 2 outs for a run. Have the bases clear, still be up by 1 run.
Loud contact to center field. Gio Morello drifting back. He'll make the catch, but that will get a run home for sure. Sacrifice fly throw comes into second, cut off by Weisner. And Braxton Haggith does his job as he drives in another run for Chatham-Kent tonight. And it's back to a run ball game, 6-5.
Yeah, again, with the way the ball's carrying tonight, you put it in the air and you're going to move runners. And we saw Welland do it earlier on where you get a fly ball, run scores, but you also move a guy up to second base to stay out of the double play. Chatham-Kent does the same thing here. Now Mullen having a conversation with probably S in the dugout.
Do you put Seth Strong on in this situation?
That's what I'm wondering.
And go after Goodwin, who's 0 for 3? I'd walk Strong here.
They'll bring S. I'm sure that's what they're going to discuss right now. 100%.
I'd take my chances with Sadler Goodwin. A lot less power. He's, like I said, 0 for 2 tonight. He did reach on a fielder's choice. But he's flown out both times tonight, and I'm sure S is just saying, hey, do you want him or do you want to put him on?
Yeah. And Goodwin is a guy that will K. Every so often, he's averaging more than 1 strikeout per game.
They're going to put him on.
Yeah.
I think that's the right call, but we shall see. And Layer will get Sadler Goodwin instead. That also takes away the lefty-righty matchup. Brings in a righty. You go righty-righty now. First base open, works out perfectly for Welland.
Sadler Goodwin.
Set up for the double play as well.
There's the numbers for Goodwin on the season, a .260 average, 4 bombs, 13 runs batted in. Layer deals downstairs to Goodwin, 1-0.
This is a huge spot in this ball game.
Beautiful sky out in center field. Swing and a miss from Goodwin, 1-1.
Yeah, it's turned into not that it was a bad day, but as the night's gone on, it's gotten a little bit cooler and just a great setting here in Welland.
This is the perfect night for a ball game. Check swing. He went around. Yep. 1 and
Called
2.
strike anyways, yep.
And take a look at that. Gorgeous out center off to left field.
Big pitch upcoming here from Lair.
Layers 1-2 on the way. And it's off the end of the bat. Popped up in on the infield. Grayson Barrett calling everybody off. He is under it, and he's got it. And a big out for Uke Lair. 2 down.
Yeah, not only do you get a ball in the air, but an automatic out in that situation. First and second, less than 2 outs.
Designated hitter.
You know, in those spots, you look for a K or you look for a pop-up on the infield.
So here is Ota. Going to take a hit now from a Barnstormer, and it's got to be Ota as he takes inside for ball 1. Robert Mackey on deck. Mullen wanted that call, did not get it. 2-0.
I would expect him to challenge him here, 2-0.
Ota tonight is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch and he walked. 3-0. You never want to load the bases, but, I mean, Mackey is 0 for 3 tonight. 3 strikeouts on the evening. There's a strike from Lair. 3-1.
Yeah, I don't think anything changes. Again, challenge him in the strike zone.
Take a look at Davey Mendez up and about. Strike 2, delayed call once again. There it is, and it's a full count.
Yeah, nobody expects that 3-1.
And now time is called.
That's a good time. I'd have to take a few seconds after that.
What a pitch. And a 3-1 count.
Again, fastball counts are non-existent nowadays, but to drop that in there.
Here comes the pitch, and just getting a piece of it is Ota to stay alive. He's worked together, Reese, a couple of really good at-bats tonight.
Yeah, he really has. Yeah, last time he worked himself a walk, you know, fouling off really tough pitches. He's putting in the work.
Lair, payoff on the way. Ota, another one fouled off. Nice play down there by the first base coach.
Okay, I see you.
Lair looking for the put-away pitch here to get the fish out of the inning at 6-5. Another 3-2 on the way. Ota going to spoil another one. It's going to get up onto the berm out of play.
Ota's seen a ton of pitches. He's seen an innings worth of pitches just himself in all, this being at bat number 4.
Just battling. Of course, the backup catcher, if you want, for Chatham-Kent, he's pretty darn good at the plate. Another 3-2. Ota going to serve one up into center field. That's a base hit. We are going to be tied as coming in to score is Fukuda. RBI single for Ota. And once again, we're knotted at 6.
You just foul off a bunch of tough pitches and then you get one that you like.
What a ball game here tonight in Welland.
Neither squad is going away. It's been competitive right from the start.
You just had that feeling. I mean, Welland this season 3-0 against Chatham-Kent. All 3 games, Reese, have been blowouts.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of figured there was going to be one like this, 100%.
This is what we expect from 2 really good teams in this league. Another swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Yeah, we mentioned it last night on the post game with Chatham-Kent coming in today. It's a desperate ball club, looking to get back in the win column, looking to keep pace with the hot Hamilton Cardinals.
Here comes the 1-2. He got him. Strike 3.
Yes, indeed.
Euclair.
That's 5 strikeouts.
Strands 2 on, but the game is tied as Chatham-Kent able to scrap across a pair. Forgettable night for Robert Mackey. That's the sombrero for him. 4 strikeouts on the night for Robert Mackey.
Fitting on Fiesta night? Golden sombrero?
Sure, let's go with that as it's time to stretch it here at the pond as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Tied at 6.
Hola, hombres, señores, and señoritas. Mucho caliente, and nothing like a cold cerveza to cure that. Tonight we're all going to the ball game, amigos. So get ready, those lungs, those feet, those lungs, anything you can get shaken tonight. A uno, a duo, a tres. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back. And it's root for the Jackfish. If they lose, it's a shame, 'cause it's at the old ball game. Buena suerte, Debbie, and all the Jackfish. Gracias, amigos, and buenas noches.
Look at that. Welland's own Harry Carey with a little Espanol. Who wants a hot dog? Who's hungry? Time for some free hot dogs, courtesy of Tender Cuts. Make some noise, fanatics.
Rolling into the bottom of the 7th inning, tied at 6 here in Welland.
The 7th inning for
Cat
your
Morin back
Jackfish.
out of the bump for Chatham-Kent.
Second baseman, number 4.
Around the IBL tonight, or today we should
Weisner.
say, the Barrie Bay Cats walking out the Kitchener Panthers 6-5. That in 10 innings down at the Athletic Culture Stadium in Barrie. Of course, here tied at 6s into the bottom of the 7th inning as Jonah Weisner will lead things off. 1-1 in Guelph. Brantford Red Sox and Guelph Royals. That came at the top of the 5th. And Hamilton has a 3-1 lead over the Toronto Maple Leafs down at Christie Pitts in Toronto. That game also in the top of the 5th.
Like to see it. Competitive ball games all around tonight.
London, the lone team not in action before the All-Star break. This is going to be a tough play right up the middle. Goodwin comes in, makes the throw, not in time. He is safe at first base. Had to think on that call, but Weisner did look like he beat it out. And the leadoff man is aboard.
Yeah, Steve Cochran took a little bit longer to make that call. Again, replaying that in his head just to make sure. And you are right. I think he did beat that baseball to first base. Heck of an effort, but just too much speed running up the line.
Goodwin has had a handful of really tough plays tonight. Not short.
He has.
And here's Gio Morello.
And you know what? All of those plays are just a coin flip. You know, it's skill against speed. Who's going to beat who?
Gio's 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit and a run scored. Morin delivers a strike. There's Weisner at first base, always a threat to steal. See if he gets a good jump. Lefty on the hill, though, so always a little bit tougher. Gio Morello's going to lay down a gorgeous bunt back to the mound. Morin's got one play. It's to first base, and he makes it. It's a great play by the pitcher, Cat Morin. But that will advance Jonah Weisner to second base. That had to be a perfect throw to first to get Gio Morello in. Yeah. He executed it.
Yeah, it did. He had no time to really crow hop, really get set, maybe a second or two, but perfect throw. You're right, and anything offline is bad news. But Gio does his job, advances the runner 90 feet, and red hot Brendan Luther, an RBI opportunity here.
Is it red hot Brandon Luther, or is it just really, really, really good Brandon Luther?
A little bit of both, or a lot of both.
All season long, he's been electric. And Luther takes a called strike. Like we said, not many players you can say, hey, you're going to bat 8th tonight, and then tomorrow you're going to bat in a 3-hole. But here we are, and that's the situation for Luther. Wisner in scoring position, a base hit would score him. Luther slices one to the left side. Goodwin's got it, throw on to first in time, 2 down. All right, it's going to be up to Robbie Mullen now with 2 away.
How does Chatham-Kent put him on? Much like we saw Seth Strong get intentionally walked.
But you do get the lefty-lefty with Porcelato on deck.
Smart base running as well by Wisner there. If he takes off, that's an automatic out at third base.
Mullen smashes left-handed pitching this season.
Yeah, I am surprised they're going to pitch to him.
I mean, you don't get much easier with Porch, but at least you get the lefty-lefty matchup.
Exactly.
You really have no positives with this at-bat here. Outside for ball 1.
That's the thing. For the Welland Jackfish, you've got protection behind Robert Mullen. You know, if Porch isn't there, he's for sure on first base.
Absolutely. Do you want to pitch to the guy who's got 10 bombs and always the threat to hit one out, or do you want to pitch to the guy who's batting .420?
Yeah, pick your poison.
1-1 as he pumps in a strike.
And that is why I would never have any interest in managing. It is so hard to make these decisions.
Make the right call. Your praises are sung.
Yep.
If you make the call and it doesn't work out, then you're the worst human alive.
Fans want your head.
Out. Yeah, popped out of play, 1-2. Well, we shall see for Chatham-Kent, which it'll be tonight. In this situation especially.
And they've been careful with Mullen all night long. He's worked 2 walks. Does have an RBI with that sac fly in inning number 3, but he has walked a couple of times.
Horn ahead, 1-2. Shakes off 3 signs now. Now time's going to be called. Wonder if that's a distraction tactic. I'm pretty sure he knows what he's going to throw here.
I would think so.
1-2. Horn comes set. Big pitch. Mullen spoils it. And he'll see at least one more.
Yeah, you know, when you get a runner at second base and you got to go through multiple signs, that can take a little bit of extra time. But yeah, that could be a tactic. Just say, hey, we're just going to look in for a little bit longer, make him call time. You know, that's not really a Mullen trying to disrupt the pitcher's timing by calling time. That's, you know, you get stiff in the batter's box, right?
1-2 again to Robbie Mullen. Mullen sends one to left field. It is deep. It is high. It is caught at the wall. Braxton Haggith with his back up against the Welland Honda sign in left field makes the catch.
Fans to the top.
And the inning is over. We stay tied at 6 as we head to the top of the 8th here in Welland.
Tickets. Jared's going to play.
Here comes the money.
Oh, yeah. DJ Jarrett bringing it. Here we go. All right, to Oxford. Leading off the inning for the Barnstormers, right fielder Owen Constantino.
All right, rolling into the top of the 8th here in Welland. A tie ball game between Chatham-Kent and the Jackfish, 6-all. One and one to the leadoff man. It's Owen Constantino, who was the late addition to the lineup tonight for Chatham-Kent. Bounces one to second base. Jonah Weisner, a two-hopper out of first in time, one away.
That's a nice hop to get, about chest high.
Second baseman Evan
Get
Morrison.
that easy throw over to first base. That's a huge first out with the top of the order coming up.
So back to the top, and Evan Morrison, who is 2 for 4 tonight. A couple of base hits for Morrison. He's scored a run as well. And he'll hack one foul, 0-1.
Everybody clap your hands.
You quick, working quick, as always. Again, a dude that just likes to get the baseball, toe the rubber, and go.
Morrison, the Mitchell, Ontario native. Big swing and a miss, 0-2.
And Uke really doesn't fool around either. He'll come set and go, too. You don't really see any extended pauses from Uke, even with guys on base.
Layers 0-2, and that's what he does best. Contact, going to send that one to left center field. He's going to take a second base. Here comes the throw, not in time, and he stretches a single into a double. His third hit of the night. Boy, is this kid something else.
Yeah, he is. That's a hustle double. That's when you come out of the box hard and you want a double and you go get it. And that's a nice job to get yourself into scoring position with less than 2 outs.
713-709. Please report to the Crime Stoppers of Niagara table immediately.
That's a ball player.
Center fielder Spencer
Absolutely.
Marcus.
Now 3 for 5 of the top of the lineup, Reese. Take that every day out of your leadoff spot.
100%.
Swing and a miss from Marcus, 0-1. Marcus reached on a fielder's choice and scored. He's also doubled and scored tonight. Layers 0-1. Outside, 1-1. So a 1-out double. The go-ahead run stands at second. That's Morrison. Layer delivers. Shallow pop fly. Jonah Weisner. Nobody knows where that baseball is. It's going to drop in right field, and that is how Chatham-Kent's going to take the lead. Morrison realized immediately, and he was off. It's going to be a base hit for Marcus, and Chatham-Kent goes up 7-6. It looked like Weisner was calling for it. In reality, I think he said, I have no idea where that baseball is.
Yeah, and Hupe didn't even move.
Catcher Mitsuki Fukuda.
In right field, yeah, and you could see kind of in the background there, just threw his palms up in the air. He had no idea.
It would have been a tough play, Reese, regardless, but defensive woes again tonight for Welland.
Yeah, when the ball gets up into the air, and you know, in the Intercounty Baseball League, we don't have the luxury of having lights 100 feet in the air. So those pop flies do have a tendency to disappear above the lights. That one was close, but you're right, pretty well everyone lost it except Morrison at second base.
Morrison was almost at third base by the time that ball had dropped. He kind of had an idea.
Yeah.
It's, again, just a smart piece of base running. Another one. That one's to left center field. Gio Morello drifting over, going to give way to Pio Boucher to make the catch. Boucher will huck it in, 2 down. And now Braxton Haggett.
Left fielder Braxton Haggett.
Last thing you want to do if you're Welland is lose back-to-back home games heading into the All-Star game tomorrow night.
Yeah, following an 8-game win streak.
Wave and a miss from Haggith, 0-1.
It didn't look like he was close. He was way late. You stick with the fastball. No reason to speed that bat up with anything soft.
Ukes 0-1, inside.
Yeah, I think that makes the umpire's decision a little bit tougher. If Mullen set up on the inside, he was set up away and had to reach back for that ball. So that's automatic that's going to be ball one.
Outside, 2-1. Jackfish all of a sudden 6 outs to play with. Marcus at first, takes his lead. Pitches a called strike, 2-2.
This is the guy you really want to get.
Leaf strong on deck to start the ninth. Here comes the 2-2. He got him! Swing and a miss, strike 3. Soler strands a base runner, but an Evan Morrison hustle double and a little flare in a right field misplayed turns into a run for Chatham-Kent, who hop on top. 7-6 Barnstormers. To the bottom of the 8th we go here in the Rose City.
Niagara College programs immerse students with a highly experiential learning environment enhanced by digital technologies. We place students at the center of all that we do. We are Niagara College.
Ever want a 100% real Jackfish tattoo, but you've been chicken to do it? All ticket purchasers will be emailed before the game to enter a raffle to win a free real tattoo Thursday night. Don't worry, we still have 1,000 temporary Jackfish tattoos to give away for the Wimps. For single game tickets, group rates, and more, head to wellandjackfish.com/ticks. But it's coming up, Tattoo Thursday. This upcoming Thursday.
Eric Pettipiece into the ball game for Chatham-Kent. 3-1 on the season for Pettipiece, an ERA north of 6. And he's going to get
designated hitter
5, 6, 7
Mateo
in the Jackfish lineup. Porch, Barrett, and Boucher. Well, Reese, 6 outs to play with. Now you got the middle of your order right here. Not really the middle of your order, but guys who all could be hitting in the middle of your order.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you've got a ton of 3 and 4 hitters up and down your lineup.
This is the first time Boucher hasn't hit out of the 3-hole or the leadoff spot this season.
You have to imagine Garrett Day probably starting to stretch or
One
get
of the
loose.
really good closers in the IBL. 2-1.
Of course, the game has to stay where it is, but
Day has had a great season for Chatham-Kent. He'll be an all-star too. You got both all-star closers here tonight, actually. Davey Mendez and Mr. Day.
how huge would it be if Porch can reach here?
3-1 count. It's got to be in a spot. Pettipiece offers home. See Porch visibly frustrated with himself. That was probably ball 4.
Yeah.
There he is, Davey Mendez on his bobblehead night. Starting to stretch down the line for the Welland Jackfish.
It looks like the Jackfish are getting ready for both situations, whether they're up or down. Gillespie's throwing. Davey's just there hanging around in case.
Realistically, do you bring Mendez in even if it's 7-6? I do.
You know, I thought about that too.
I do.
Yeah.
Ball 4, what a take by Mateo Porcelato. Pettipies can't believe it. And the leadoff man is aboard here in the 8th inning.
Number 24, Grayson.
It's a really good take, because that's close enough that it makes you think about it, but the type of eye that Porcelato has, you know, not many guys are going to take that pitch.
Here's a guy who's got a knack for coming up in big spots for this team, and it's Grayson Barrett.
Big time.
Barrett attacks the first pitch. Going to be tough to turn to. They do. The worst of cases for the Welland Jackfish, and Barrett grounds into a double play. And just like that, 2 are out.
Yeah, that hop seemed like it was going to be too high for them to turn to, but that's a quick transition at second base. Barnstormers go 4-6-3.
That is such a tough bounce on the first pitch of the at-bat, too.
You know that Porch is gone within the first 2-3 pitches. Gone to second base, I mean.
Boucher swinging a miss, 0-1. What a momentum killer. Boucher now in the 0-2 hole.
Yeah, after Pettipies gets frustrated that he didn't get the call on the 3-2 pitch, immediately comes back and gets 2 outs with 1.
Outside for ball 1. One-two from Pettipies. Boucher reaches out, bounces it to second. Glove flip. Morrison, so smooth in time. The inning that started out promising with a walk ends in disappointment for the Jackfish. Pettipies faces the minimum. To the 9th we go. 7-6, Chatham-Kent on top.
Sing along with a little Country Roads.
There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Home is wherever you make it. Might not be what you expected. Raise your glass and take a moment. Look around you, this is home.
When the unexpected happens, who can you call to guide you from crisis to calm? The trusted experts at Service Master Restore are ready when you need us. We'll be there for you every step of the way. Service Master Restore. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
Oh yeah, gotta love it. Give yourselves a round of applause, fanatics. Even the center field crew. into country roads tonight. Leading off the 9th inning for Chatham, first baseman Seth Strong. And now pitching for your Welland Jackfish, number 26, Scott Gillespie.
So no Davy Mendez with a 1-run deficit. They're going to go Scott Gillespie here in the 9th inning. There are the numbers for Gillespie. Big time, got to go through this without giving up a run.
Yeah, if there was any inning that you needed a donut, it's this one.
I'm quite shocked they went this route. I thought for sure, you know, the night, I know that really doesn't matter to baseball side of things, but I mean, you get the All-Star game tomorrow. Mendez will be there, but you do get some time off as the strike is called to Strong, 1-1. In this situation with a 1-run deficit, I figured Mendez would be in the ballgame.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, it's not an automatic 0 on the board, but
no,
you really like your chances.
Good breaking ball from Gillespie, 1-2.
That's back-to-back pitches. Seth Strong has not agreed with the call.
Jackfish will have 8-9, 1-2 up in the bottom of the 9th. Outside, 2-2. Seth Strong sends one to the opposite field, left center, back, on the warning track, and that ball is going to be dropped by P.O. Boucher. Seth Strong's into second base and a leadoff double. And the defense has really hurt Welland tonight.
Shortstop, Sadler Goodwin.
Yeah, that one will go down as an error.
It's got to be caught.
Absolutely.
No way of sugarcoating it, Reese. It has to be caught.
You're right.
Here's Sadler Goodwin.
Sets up a bunt situation here potentially.
Absolutely. Gonna let him swing away, and he fouls it out to the screen at 1-1.
Yeah, they're looking for any way possible to get Seth Strong to third base.
Top of the 7th in Toronto, a 3-1 lead for Hamilton. Top of the 7th in Guelph, 1-1, Brantford and the Royals. Here, a 7-6 ball game for Chatham-Kent. Goodwin at an 0-1 count. Outside, 1-1.
Pretty good pitch. I know he didn't get the swing. It's a really good spot for that breaking ball. Goodwin thought about it, but was able to hold up.
Gillespie checks back, now offers home. 1-2.
If you can keep this ball out of play, that would be huge.
Gillespie comes set, his 1-2 pitch on the way. Yanked it. Good job by Mullen. 2-2.
Yeah, that's the one thing that would just be a killer right now if one got to the backstop. That's a good job by Mullen to reach across and catch that baseball. We saw a couple of wild pitches hurt the Jackfish earlier on in this game. Robbie Mullen's got to be a brick wall.
Got to try and keep Strong at second. Not the best speed on the base paths for Chatham-Kent, but enough. That ball is crushed to left center field. Back at the wall, and that ball is out of here. Sadler Goodwin, a 2-run bomb in the 9th inning. and Chatham-Kent tacks on 9-6 Barnstormers. That is a big mood swing for this Chatham-Kent ball club that has struggled these past few weeks. And Goodwin, his first knock tonight is a big one.
Yeah, off the bat, you knew that one had a chance, and the way the ball was carrying, that easily got out.
The hill gets a lot higher to climb for the Welland Jackfish in the bottom of the ninth.
Again, you get 2 strikes on a hitter, and you just don't execute. You know, you don't make a good pitch. You know, and as much as you want to change your approach with 2 strikes, if you get a ball that's right over the heart of the plate, and you know you can do damage on it, you're going to. And that's exactly what happened right there. It was too good of a pitch to hit. You know, you combine that with the ball that was dropped and left by Boucher. That's a recipe for a disaster.
We mentioned yesterday in the ball game, Reese, and when the Jackfish lost, that ball is walloped to right field. Don't even move. That ball clears the fencing in right and onto the rooftops. An absolute moonshot by Ota. And back-to-back home runs for the Barnstormers, and they have blown it open here in the ninth. He got every stitch of that baseball. What a shot.
That ball was sent to the moon.
Robert Mackey.
Oh, one of the biggest home runs we've seen in this ballpark.
Wow.
And that just woke up somebody across the street.
Yeah, the foul, and it actually ended up being fair by a few feet, so that's a crushing home run. And now we've got action as Danny Howitt begins throwing.
Well, you might not see day now for Chatham-Kent. Not a save situation anymore. Barnstormers have put up 10 tonight.
Yeah, they might have extended it far enough to send Pettipies back out there.
Two and two.
This ballpark's silent right now.
I'm shocked. Staying alive at 2 and 2. I'm still blown away by that moonshot by Ota.
Yeah. All it took was 2 monstrous swings.
Sometimes, Reese, you know, as Jackfish broadcasters, who not as excited or not as, you know, happy for the opposing team, but you just got to respect some things when you see it, and that's one of them.
Yeah.
Because that was an absolute moonshot. It's going to be one of the longest home runs of the season.
Yeah, that is one of the hardest hit home runs, but furthest home runs I've ever seen in this league. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't say there's a ton of no-doubters that we see. You know, there are quite a few walls, and actually, unless we're in Kitchener or Toronto. But that one was, you're right, the way you called it, just turn around and look. See ya. That was destroyed.
That right field fencing that we had to put up to protect the houses, the only other time a baseball, Reese, has gone over that netting is at the Home Run Derby last season. I had not seen one hit over that fencing in right field in a regular season game. I've seen them go into it. I've seen them almost clear it. I have not seen them clear it.
For a guy whose stance looks a lot like Shohei Ohtani's, he hit the ball a lot like Shohei Ohtani does.
Swing and a miss. Mackey has his 5th strikeout of the night.
That's it.
3 swinging, 2 watching, and one of the most forgettable nights for Robert Mackey, and that's going to be it for Scott Gillespie. So Danny Howitt, looks like we're coming to the ball game here in the 9th inning. We'll see as Brian Essery makes his walk out to the mound.
I would imagine for the left-hander, Constantinu.
Well, you talk about Mackey, a forgettable night. Scott Gillespie, a forgettable night. Gives up 2 nukes and 3 runs, and all of a sudden Chatham-Kent holds a 4-run lead here in the 9th inning. Danny Howitt will come into the ballgame for the 2nd consecutive night and try and get 2 more outs as we'll step aside here in the 9th. 10-4, Chatham-Kent.
When the unexpected happens, who can you call to guide you from crisis to calm? The trusted experts at Service Master Restore are ready when you need us. We'll be there for you every step of the way. Service Master Restore. We restore your home and your peace of mind.
Niagara College programs immerse students with a highly experiential learning environment enhanced by digital technologies. We place students at the center of all that we do. We are Niagara College.
Now batting for the Barnstormers, right fielder Owen Constantino.
So here is Owen Constantino against Danny Howitt. Comes up empty 0-1. Constantino, for not knowing he was playing until about 15 minutes before first pitch, Reese is 2 for 4 tonight. Couple of singles on his night. Constantino gets just under that one. Going to stay in playable territory. 3 fish players surrounded, but it bounces in between them. And it's 0-2 to Constantino.
This is the 2nd straight day we'll see Danny Howitt. Yesterday, he was dominant. 3 1/3. Only gave up 1 hit. He walked 2 and struck out 4 in relief of Jose Dominguez. He was really good yesterday.
Oh-2 on the way. That is strike 3 called to Constantino. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. He's got some words for the home plate umpire. Doesn't matter, 2 down. And here's Evan Morrison. You get to deal with him again for the 6th time tonight. He's 3 for 5 tonight. You said it earlier, just looks like a ball player. Yeah. He's doubled and scored back in the 8th, singled and scored back in the 5th. Base hit in the 3rd. And he's going to foul that first pitch off.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine he scores the 7th run if not for that hustle double. If he just, not lazy, but nonchalantly comes out of the box and just rounds first to take a single.
Like we see so many players do.
Yeah. It's not guaranteed that he scores the 7th run, and it's a completely different situation heading into the 9th inning.
You see Davey Mendez for sure in the
tie
9th
game,
inning.
100%.
No question.
Yeah.
Not like Chatham-Kent. I'm not saying Chatham-Kent couldn't have gotten runs off Mendez, but the situation is totally different. The vibe is totally different. But yeah, we talked about it in between innings. Like, that is an inning that he made a run happen. The double, the hustle double. I mean, if he just stays at first base, as that one's wild to the backstop. He doesn't score on that little blue pit.
Yep.
So to get into second base, and then the heads-up base running, he was almost at third base before that ball landed. He knew it wasn't getting caught.
Yeah, you know, in the game of baseball, it's hard to say that one guy creates so much because it is such a team game, but that was all him.
Another one, left center field. Evan Morrison's got a 4-hit ball game. Look at him fly. He's headed to second. He's got 3 on his mind. Morrison chugging around. He's into third with a slide and a triple for Evan Morrison. 4 for 6 tonight. He's got now a triple, a double, and 2 singles. And he just continues to punish the baseball.
Center fielder, Spencer Marcus.
Yeah, on a night that the ball is carrying, he just drove it to left center field. Again, not trying to pull the ball and take it to right. He lets it travel, and he drives it. That was solid contact to the opposite field gap.
I would love to see a race between Evan Morrison and Mateo Porcelato.
That'd be fun.
High chopper going to be a tough play to short. Nobody knew who was going to take it. Throw to first. Not in time. And another run's going to score 11-6. Looked like Hunt was going to cut him off. Usually the third baseman would in that situation. Left it for Luther. Almost an impossible throw to make. Standing still. Wow.
That is the 9th hit combined between the top 3 hitters for the Barnstormers. Fukuda's got 2 hits of his own.
Well, if there's one silver lining, it's dark for the fireworks tonight. 11-6 Chatham-Kent. Hey, we're staying positive here. Flare into left field. That's going to drop in front of Boucher. Base hit. And Fukuda makes it 10 hits in that top 3, Reese. He's got his 3rd hit of the night. Fukuda 3 for 6 tonight. Spencer Marcus, he is 3 for 6 tonight. Evan Morrison, 4 for 6 tonight. You get that out of your top 3, you're going to be just fine.
Yep, absolutely.
And here's Braxton Haggett. They've batted around here in the inning. Haggett goes after the first pitch. A pop-up. Who's got it? Gio Morello under it. And we've woken up. A nightmarish 9th inning for the Welland Jackfish. Sees Chatham-Kent bat around and take an 11-6 lead. A lead that was 7. Sees them plate 4 in the 9th. And Garrett Day will still come into the ballgame for the Barnstormers in a non-save situation. Last call for the Jackfish. 11-6 Chatham-Kent.
Get ready, Hamilton. It's the 2025 IBL Home Run Derby and All-Star Game. Hosted by the Hamilton Cardinals at beautiful Bernie Arbor Stadium. Watch the league's top sluggers crush moonshots in the Derby. Then see the best of the best go head-to-head under the lights in the All-Star Game. Grab your tickets now at HamiltonCardinals.com. Because this summer, the stars shine brightest in Hamilton.
Your time is now. You're ready for your next big step. Niagara College is a proven leader among Ontario colleges. Our students are prepared to succeed and drive innovation locally and around the world. Our supportive student culture and state-of-the-art learning facilities help you achieve your dream. Choose academic excellence. Choose experiential learning. Choose career success. Choose Niagara College today. Visit niagaracollege.ca/apply.
Leading off the 9th inning for your Welland Jackfish, right fielder number 21, Brandon.
All right, 3 outs to work with here, and Garrett Day will still come into the ball game. Talk about a guy who's had a stellar season. 12 innings for Garrett Day, a 1-1 record at 2.9 ERA. Well, we see one closer tonight, and Day fires strike 1. Lengthy reliever who's got a long windup. So tough to hit in that slot that he delivers the pitch from. Oh, 1-2 to Hupe.
Like you said, it's not a save situation, but he's got 5 of them on the year. That's a third of the Barnstormers' victories coming into action. Yeah, sub-3 ERA. Not a big strikeout guy, though. Only 5 Ks in 12 1/3, but he's very effective.
11-6 Barnstormers. Breaking ball in on the hands of Hupe, fouls it off to stay alive. This game was such a good game, Reese, through 8 innings of baseball.
Yep.
Back and forth, lead changes. Both teams had a lead at one point. Jackfish led by 3. Chatham-Kent never went away, kept battling back. They took a lead back. Welland came back and tied it. Chatham-Kent back on top 7-6, and they did not look back. Oh my gosh. Did that hit Hupe in the helmet?
I think it got his
wrist. Or was it up in the wrist?
And they're going to chat whether it was a foul ball or not.
It sounded like it hit something pretty hard.
Yeah.
The fact that Hupe,
they're going in first.
It sounded like it hit something hard. And the fact that he's not, I wonder if he's got a guard on that left arm.
Third baseman, number 9, Ethan.
Yeah, that was loud.
But that, yeah, you could hear it up here.
Yeah.
Got him right on the forearm.
Had to get started somehow, right? You fall behind 0-2, you foul a pitch off, and then, you get hit.
Realistically, sometimes as a closing pitcher, Reese, it's harder to come in a non-save situation.
For sure it is.
Strike 1 is called to Hunt.
Yeah, that was probably a louder reaction than normal because he didn't squeeze it, but
fans still into it.
Love it.
Nobody's left as that ball gets behind the catcher, Fukuda, to second base is Hupe.
It's got to be a pass ball, I would imagine. You're going to have to grind your way back. One guy is not going to do it. This is going to be a team effort.
1-2 to Hunt. 0 for 3 out of the bottom of the lineup tonight.
Very unsure of that swing.
I mean, if your day, you can go anywhere with this.
Absolutely.
You can go soft, you can go hard. Got him off balance here. 1-2, outside.
Good pitch, good take, good call, looked out. Again, catchers know that. They just try to make it look pretty, see if they can get the call, but I think Fukuda knew.
Down looking, strike 3 right at the knees. Great pitch from day 1 down.
Yeah, that's a nice comeback. Tried to see if Hunt would extend the zone.
Jonah Weisner.
On the previous pitch he did, and then he comes back and paints. I mean, to have a Chatham native as your closer, I'd say that's pretty cool, and he's very effective on the bump.
Day asking the umpire where it missed. Said it was low. 1-0 to Jonah Weisner. 2 outs to play with. Got to find a way to get 5 runs here. Chopper to second. Morrison's got it on to first. 2 down.
Center fielder, number 11,
Definitely going to be some conversations after this one, Reese. Jackfish, an 8-game win streak, lose to Kitchener last night. They're going to, unless a miracle here tonight, drop back-to-back games at home.
Yeah, a couple of tight ball games.
And realistically, Welland's still a 22-7 record right now. It'll be 22-8. They can't find a way to come back in this one, but winning is the expectation here.
And you've got the Barrie Baycats creeping up, who, once the third out is recorded, whether it's 11-6, 11-7, 8, whatever the case might be.
Welland only lost 10 games last season.
Yeah.
And if you go into the All-Star game with 8, not the end of the world, but still. Base hit, that's going to score Hupe. And Gio Morello keeps it going for the Fish here in the 9th. Really makes you wonder now.
Shortstop number 20, Brendan.
Yeah, you'll have to see that. You're not giving up at-bats even though you're down 5.
Yeah, it's a great job by the captain.
Sends it the other way. Again, doesn't try to do too much. Doesn't try to hit a 5-run homer because that's impossible. Just takes it the other way. Nice simple single. But you're right, if Mendez is in the game.
Strike one called.
Would have to think it's a little bit of a different result.
And this place is bonkers right now for Gio Morello.
100%.
Time is called by Luther.
Yeah, Seth Strong not even worrying about Morello either, so if he wants to take second base, it's his, and he will.
High chopper to short. Sadler Goodwin backs up. Strong throw to first. It's not going to be in time. Luther beat it out. What an effort by Luther. And now 2 aboard.
So on that play, with Seth Strong not holding Morello on, you have to imagine that the rest of the infielders are going to hold their spot if he takes off. Goodwin broke to second. Not very far, but he took about a step and a half or 2 towards second base. That cost them an out right there, I think.
Great point.
Because you're unable to come and attack the baseball. You have to move back towards your position to go field it and then make a quick throw. If he's not on his way to second base, ball game's over. But there, you got to hold your spot.
And the runners on don't matter.
That mean absolutely nothing.
The only guy that means anything right now is the guy that's standing on deck.
Yeah. Fukuda was not throwing it to second base if he catches that ball and it's not put in play. So that's just a mental error, of course, but you never know. It cracks open a window potentially. You never know what can happen in the game of baseball.
Mullen comes up empty 0-2. Well, they say he fouled it off, so the runners will have to go back.
Yeah, he just got a piece of it. You heard a double tap off the bat and then off the glove of Fukuda.
Yolki Pena with a grand slam in the 7th. Hamilton up 12-1.
Wow.
Over Toronto. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Garrett Day gets Mullen. And Chatham-Kent delivers the Jackfish their 2nd consecutive loss. They find one in the 9th. It does not matter. After Chatham-Kent puts up 4 in the top half of the 9th inning. And the Barnstormers on the backs of a great offensive performance tonight and 2 home runs in the 9th inning come out victorious over the Welland Jackfish tonight. We will step aside momentarily and we'll be right back to wrap things up here from the Rose City.
Less than 5 minutes.
This is so bad. What if somebody sees this?
We have to get rid of this.
How?
Oh, I've got some ideas. At Penn Financial, our advisors can help you clean up the mess and make sense of your finances. Whatever your financial secret is, there's no judgment on our end. Don't live in financial stress. Come to Penn Financial. We'll help you clean up the mess.
let me into my zone. Let me into my zone. Please don't let me into my zone. 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 Please don't let me in. Yeah. Can't answer my phone now. Just leave it there, that tone. Ballin' can't beat me up, cause I'm back in my zone now. Cause I'm back in my zone now.
Welcome back inside Welland Stadium. Ooh, can you hear me, Reese? Or we're going to do this
Kind
again?
of.
Kind of? All right. Well, back inside Welland Stadium. We'll make it quick. Jackfish drop one here to the Chatham-Kent Barnstormers by a final score of 11-7. Not much to say about this one. Just Chatham-Kent came out swinging for the fences in the ninth inning, and that powers them to a win. You look at results, and maybe this game a little bit different in the ninth inning if, different changes are made, but at the end of the day, it's a loss for Welland. They lose back-to-back games at home.
Yeah.
Going to the All-Star game tomorrow, and you got to regroup as Welland drops to 22-8 on the season.
Yeah, you know what? As much as we can say if Davey comes in, maybe it's a little different. We're not going to really harp on that too much. I think the big thing is that every time it seemed like Welland was going to take control of the game and they would score runs, Chatham found a way to answer.
Yep.
Welland pitching was – they were unable to find a way to put up a zero after the offense got some runs. So that's the big thing for me is just Welland's not really inability, but they were unable to, put Chatham away and really take control of the game. Whereas Chatham, seemed like they came out with a vengeance, like, how dare you score runs against us? We're going to tie the game and eventually win it. So that's kind of where I look. Again, if Davey comes in, we might be looking at a different story, but I think if you shut down Chatham earlier on in the game, once you start to pile on runs, we might not even be in that situation. It might be a 2-3 run game, and it's a safe situation, so 100% Mendes comes in.
We're going to quickly talk about the top of the Chatham-Kent order because that's where Welland lost the ball game tonight. Combined 10 hits out of the top of the order. Evan Morrison, a 4-hit ball game. A triple, a double, and 2 singles. The kid, every time he comes here and every time we watch him play, we're more and more in awe of his abilities.
Yeah, I mean, I said it. He's a ball player. Like he's a guy you love to watch play the game. He does everything correctly. He does the fundamentals right, and that's key when you're looking for a leadoff guy or a team guy. And you look at that hustle double. A lot of guys will just take their base hit. They'll round first base and be happy with a single, but he was happy with extra bases. He had a goal right out of the box to get to second base, and he created a run all on his own. He gets to second on the hustle double. You get a pop-up where they miss it on the infield. You lose it in the sky or it creeped out to right field. But he was the only one that saw the baseball, and he scored off it. So, yeah, just a great player and 4 hits. What a performance.
Well, we're going to wrap it up here from the pond before the fireworks pop off here as we got to get the lights out so we can watch the display of fireworks tonight. We'll see you all at the All-Star game tomorrow night in Hamilton. We can't wait for all of us here at Welland Stadium. He's Reese Dumani. I'm Alec Murray. Chatham-Kent takes this one over the Welland Jackfish final from the pond.